What up?
Check, check, check. Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night?
With special guest, we got DJ Jimmy. No, just joking. This
What
DJ
up?
Happy in the
What up,
Mickey
man?
Vicky
DJ
house.
Happy
dude.
in the building.
What's
right
up, brother,
now.
man? Dude, it's so good to see you, man. Hey, this asshole Blue in the background. Why don't you turn off your fucking shitty phone? Thanks.
Yeah,
No.
turn it off. Turn it
Yeah,
off.
come on. Yeah, so we got a little frog in the background. His name's DJ Blue, just chilling. So what's going on, man? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm just glad to see everybody again. You know, I've been huddled down in my house for a good year.
Oh, don't say you're a hermit.
I've basically been in sweats and all that.
Oh,
for,
shit,
for a
dude.
year, you know. So it feels good to like be out and see my friends again. You know,
Shake hands.
Nice.
You know, we lost a few friends, but
Yeah, rest
for all
in
the
peace.
ones that are still here, I want to make sure I make some time for them to see them. You know, I mean, it means a lot to me nowadays. You know, so.
And we appreciate you. I'm gonna get this mic closer,
sorry.
but it's
There
all
you
good. We appreciate you being on the show. It's good to even see you as the homie, but then just to have you on here, like I can't wait to see you cut. I know that you're more want to talk and everything, and we'll do that. But also,
He's got stories. I heard he's got
Yeah,
stories.
we're gonna have
Stories
some
on
fucking
stories.
stories, dude. If not, you better make some shit up. I don't give a fuck because we said we're gonna have highlights tonight, dude. We
All
said-
right,
remember that
let's
shit?
Shoot for that. Let's
Yeah,
go.
so we're gonna try and do some crazy shit. So off the top.
Well, let's see where you come. Why don't you let everybody know like where you come from and born and raised? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I was actually born in Louisiana, but I was raised in San Diego.
Nice.
I originally started breakdancing throughout high school, and then I met a couple DJs in high school,
And what high school was that?
Mira Mesa High School.
Okay.
And
By the
so-
Taco Bell?
Yes, sir. Right
Yes.
by Taco Bell. Yes.
I'm fat, I know
Um,
that.
And so, I started hanging out with DJs somewhere around 10th grade or something like that. And then I was like, that's it. I want to DJ.
And
I want to scratch, And so I took a summer job, hopped on the bus every day to go do some bagging. That was my very first job. I was a bagger.
That's
I
actually a decent job, though, like for a first-time job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
to be at a great benefits.
I don't know about benefits.
I'm just
but,
saying.
The benefit was the
Yeah.
paycheck.
There
but
you
go. Right, that was before it got taxed.
What were the DJs, though, real quick, before we go further?
Oh,
that you hung
I
out
was
with?
hanging out with guys like Neeks, Smalley Biggs.
Oh, shit. Okay, so pre-Z90.
Hectic. Yeah, Hectic, Dino.
And this is in high school.
This was in high school.
Damn,
yes.
so you already had
roughly
all the heavy
early
hitters.
90s?
This is the late 90s.
Late
mid
90s.
mid to late 90s.
You young little fucking shit. I'm the only old man?
It's all relative.
Yeah, all right,
it's
go
all
for it.
relative.
Yes, exactly.
Continue, sir.
And so, I took that summer job, and I remember at the end of the summer, all 3 months or whatever it was, and I didn't make much money as a bagger, but I made like $900 that summer. It was pretty pathetic. Looking back, I was after taxes and everything. I told my mom, I was like, damn, I'm a little short. I mean, I'm not going to be able to get these turntables, She's like, don't worry about it. I'll give you I'll cover the rest.
There you go. See, that's dope, man. Like,
And so looking back now, taking that job, sitting on the bus, getting those turntables, that was the best investment I ever made for myself.
course.
And I gave up breakdancing when I started buying records. I would save my lunch money just to buy doubles of records, because this is before Serato. So
Yeah.
you
do you
actually
remember
had-
your first records that you purchased?
It was by the Hooligans. I
Oh,
went to
shit.
Tower Records on right by a sports arena. That
Okay.
was my very
Sports
first
arena.
Shout out
record.
to Alan.
And I bought that because of the cover. I didn't
Really?
Even, we
Yeah.
didn't know how the song
Yeah.
sounded. You
No, I
know?
got you.
You literally would just
Yeah.
flip through the bin and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's a cool.
Yeah.
These guys look kind of cool. All right, I'll buy that record."
I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah, And so, that was my very first record, and
Nice.
and then one day, my very first mixer was a Gemini Scratch Master. It was like
Yes.
$150 or
Yes.
something like that. Had like
Buttons are transforming switches.
I got the button because it had
Oh,
the
what?
12-second sampler on
see,
it.
dude. Yeah, no, I had the switches, dude. I
Yeah.
was like, fuck this.
And that sampler sounded
Yeah.
really janky, but
Yeah.
in
It
today's
worked, yeah.
standards, it's considered lo-fi. You
Yeah,
know?
I know, right?
It was definitely analog for sure.
Absolutely.
It was like a digital
So
analog, if anything was ever.
Right. I mean, it kept me out of trouble. I was in my room practicing my scratching and juggling and sampling and making loops, and
Oh,
you know,
man,
I'd
yeah.
find like a Christopher Cross record and be like, oh, there's a loop right there.
Yeah.
And then I would sit there and loop it and then scratch to that. And then next thing you know, we were mixing my drum breaks or drum records over the loops. And now we're getting into remixing.
Yeah,
so this
for
all
sure.
happened in the bedroom,
Yeah.
you know, off hours and all that stuff. And then so it kept me really busy. I was a homebody. And then all of a sudden, some of my friends started battling.
Uh-oh.
This is in
Who
the
were
late.
some of your friends that were battling?
Oh, probably Dino. You know, and then I met some of the orchestra guys. Those guys were battling, like Jay Rockwell, and then shout out to Jay
Yeah.
Rockwell, Kid Dragon,
Yes, sir.
Masker, and all those guys. They were battling. So we all knew, and we would every time you enter a battle, you would run into the same 10 guys or so. each
Yeah,
time.
for sure. Yeah.
And so
Even the crowd, dude. Was
right,
like,
so
yeah,
if
yeah.
you did a diss on one guy at one battle, the
Yeah.
next battle they would come back with a diss for you. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That was kind of how it was, you know? And so that right there, practicing for those, and I would never like I think I won like a Guitar Center battle one time. And
I
was the
remember
only-
that actually.
That
which
was
is
the
a
only
trip.
battle I think I ever won. The
Yeah,
rest
but what was the first battle you entered though? Because I
don't-
remember, because I met you even before you. I don't even think you might have either barely started DJing or you didn't even have like turntables. I met you in LA, I think.
Did I?
Yeah, because I was DJing with Havoc from Beat Junkies. I don't remember
Yeah.
where we were at, and then you came up to us, and you were like, "Oh man," like, and I think you even thought I was probably even part of them at one point because you didn't really know, like, you know what I mean? You
All
were
those
young, bro.
DJs, they all
Yeah,
look the same.
I was
you know?
fat. You know what I mean? Me and Keith were both fat. He's just Filipino, not Mexican. Shout out to
They all look
Havoc.
the same when they got their gig bags and records and all
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's how we do it. But it was really cool that you came up to us. You're like, dude, this is so awesome. And then I remember like talking to you and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And then found out you were from San Diego, and then now it's like, fuck, dude, you even ended up at my house, dude, at one point, like coming to.
I
you know-
did. I stopped by and we would just practice scratching. You know?
Yes, sir.
I mean, it
You
was,
and who else?
me
was
and
it?
Neeks, Backspin.
Yeah.
Backspin came along that day, you know, and that was when you were
Joseph
living in
did.
the basement.
Yes, sir, dude. I
Right.
was always underground, dude, like a hermit, dude. Fucking under rocks,
Literally.
either in basements or in rocks.
Right.
You could find me, fucking chilling.
Schmiegel.
Yeah, fucking hermitskis. But let's see what else.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you know, and then one day you know, I think the last battle I did was like the DMC West Coast, and that was the one where Petrix won, and the competition level was way
Dude, Pat.
up there. Like I was,
Yeah.
you can practice every.
That was
single
99,
day.
right?
Something like that.
Yeah, because he won World in '99.
Yeah.
Oh, so he actually ended up winning.
Yeah, that's
it
the
all.
was winning.
I'm
That
trying
was
to
the
get him on
battle
the
he
show, as a
won.
matter of fact. I sent
Yeah.
you the Pat
Okay.
is dude. Yeah, him and his brother.
So the guy that you lost ended up winning it all.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even place in that battle.
Oh,
I mean, my needles started skipping and the nerves got to me, you know. And I was
dude, that
like,
happens though,
This
bro.
shit ain't for me, man.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm just gonna make beats and scratch.
And
you
in-
know?
and-
But what's
and-
the
and
first
those-
battle,
and
though?
well, in those days, what was your needle of choice?
Oh, it was either a Stanton 500 or
Wow.
the M4
The
M44s.
I can't believe
Yeah.
you said the Stanton 500, dude. That's so
Stanton
OG.
500s.
Hell yeah, the gold
right?
tip, dude. Yeah,
That's
the
it.
yeah,
The
the
white
gold
tips,
Yeah,
no?
well, no, it was like the
Oh.
head shell was gold, I believe, and then the white tip
Yes,
for the Stanton
that's right.
500,
That's right.
and then for the M44,
I'm
the
surprised
black.
I even remember that
Dude, I'm
model
fuck,
number.
dude.
and
I'm old
everything.
as shit, dude. And
That's
short,
good.
yeah,
I still
no,
remember that model. number.
I remember you get the generics, dude, at a Radio
Shack.
Shack.
That's right, Radio Shack. Rest in peace to Radio
Dude, yes,
Shack.
exactly, dude. I remember getting Serato, the first Serato box. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know this. It never came with the power cord, so like it was really hard to switch.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
like you
yeah.
had to
You
figure out
buy-
like so we
you had to
we
buy the
found
white
out-
one from Radio
Yeah,
Shack.
we went to Radio Shack, get this white janky
I
little.
think it was like 9 volt
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah. I
and
think
we
I
would
still
get
have it.
that, and then that way you could switch without any drama, dude. But I remember that was the worst shit. It was like you could only spin by yourself, bro, back then. Like you know what I mean? Like at least in the beginning.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, so I remember after that battle, I was like, you know, this might not be for me. You know, like I want to focus more on making beats and scratching and that kind of stuff. You know, production.
Yes.
So I had a 4-track and I was trying to make some stuff happen. And then one day, I was in college around this time, and I got my financial aid check, and I was like, oh man,
That's how it happens.
that's it.
bro.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a computer, man. And then back then computers were expensive.
Fuck
Fuck
yeah.
they
I went to Best Buy and I
What
got
was this, like a G4 or what?
no, I got like an IBM. It was like $3,000.
Fuck.
So the whole
Desktop.
check was.
Jesus
But get
Christ,
this,
Yeah.
right? And I remember it was like 500 megahertz was the processing, and I sat there and said to myself, "Wow, what am I gonna do with all this power? This is fast. You know, this was in the late 90s.
Yeah, no,
right?
I got you.
And so, but I like sold my 4-track tape recorder on eBay, and I was like, that's it. I'm going digital. It's cleaner. It's better. F this, you know.
VS
so-
at 80, or what'd you get?
What do you mean?
Like, if you went from 4-track, would you start recording onto already onto the computer?
Oh, onto the computer after
okay,
the
gotcha.
4-track.
So you were
Yeah.
using Pro Tools at that point?
Oh, well, at the time I was using Cakewalk.
Oh, shit.
I didn't
Okay,
even
yeah,
heard
nice.
Yeah, yeah. This is
You never heard of Cakewalk?
way before. This is
Dude,
before.
yeah, that's like, dude,
Yeah.
like that's damn, I'm old as fuck.
And
But
so-
yeah, it's like Cakewalk is like, yeah, that's the OG
yeah.
right
So I started making mixtapes and scratch songs and stuff, and then that was when we got like a plug to be on the Return of the DJ
Yes.
Volume 4. And I loved that. All my heroes were on that.
there. Volume 2, I think, was the crazy one,
Oh
right?
man,
Yeah,
I mean they were all on there, and so I hit up Dino because that's who I saw a lot during that time we would practice.
Shout out to Dino.
Dino. We got to do this, man. I mean we can put our names on the map if we get on this
oh,
compilation.
for sure, bro.
Right, and so he came over one night. I had an apartment, and I was like, "Yo, just come over to the spot and let's do this," you know. And so he brought one record over, and that was it. We started laying it down. We finished the whole song in one night. Right?
Dude,
It took
that's
us
so
like
dope.
4 hours to lay that World Domination track on Return of the DJ, and me and Dino we just spent all night listening to this. And we're like, "Oh man." But you know we don't have any drops that say our name. You know we don't have the records. Crap, what do we do? So we had to get a mic, and we hit up my friend Neeks, and Neeks got it. He goes, and so the voice that you hear on the song that goes yo 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 Dino, that was him. That was
oh,
Neeks.
Shit, dude.
You know, and
that's
so
tight.
he recorded those in, and we slowed down his voice to
Yeah.
sound cooler and all that. And so we submitted the song by mail.
Yeah.
And so you didn't know if your song made the compilation or not for like weeks, you know.
Oh shit.
And then one day they hit you up and they're just like, "Oh yeah, you're on the compilation." We're like,
Damn.
Yes.
That's so,
That's
dude, that's
dope.
so
right?
dope,
So
brother.
we were hyped. And then the release date, I was gonna pick up like the CD or whatever
Yeah,
the
yeah.
day it came out, but Dino was already at Tower Records the night of at midnight.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Waiting
would've
for
been
that
too.
shit to drop. And as soon as that record went on the counter, Dino was the first one to pick up. He goes, "Yo, I got it, bro." You know, we were listening to
Fuck
it.
yeah.
It was hype. This is before the internet. This is
Yeah.
before streaming. This was our way to get our sound out there.
Yes.
You know, and
like
so
you
we
made it at that point, basically.
It
like,
felt
was-
like
yeah,
it.
no,
It
exactly.
felt like it. You know, so everywhere we went, we were just like, "Oh yeah, that was us. That was us.
Yeah.
That was us." You know.
Do you remember the record he brought though that night?
Oh, I don't know. I know it was a dirt style record. That's,
Okay.
that's all I know.
And I'm trying to think around that time it was probably like Toasted Marshmallow or maybe
Probably.
right.
Yeah, and probably. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
he was literally flipping through. We were flipping through samples on the record. Like, okay, scratch that. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Like, we had the beats already made. We just
Okay.
had to, compile them and all that. And so we, long story short, we got on the compilation. And after that, we would go around doing shows together. We would just scratch and hit up and down the West Coast and stuff between here, Frisco, San Jose, LA. We were in LA a lot during this time.
Any spots you remember like that stood out back then? in LA?
Scratch Lounge by Junebug. She used to have this scratch event.
Shout out to
that we would
Junebug. I
always
haven't
hit
seen
up.
her in forever, man.
Yeah, man. So we would hit up all the shows, and then eventually we met some guys that hooked us up with like the audiotistic raves. And all
Oh
that.
shit.
nice.
Okay.
And then so that led to that. And then so now we were doing raves, scratching at raves. And that was the biggest high. Like to see a bunch of people standing in front of you and all they hear is, fresh.
Yeah, but and they're shitting their pants though.
Yeah.
I don't know if, it was really.
No, they were because I was at those
no,
raves.
come on, yeah, dude.
I was
It,
at
it
those
echoed a
raves.
lot.
Yeah,
It echoed a lot.
yeah.
So it was kind of like,
I was at
you
those
didn't know
raves.
how the crowd was reacting unless they were like, when their hands were in the air. You know, it was really, you're kind of far away and the room was big.
The cool thing about those raves, it was like a little breather. Like if you were a hip hop head
Yeah.
and you would go to those raves, you would find that stage
That's
and
right.
then just kind of like sit there.
And this is
okay,
before
gotcha.
they
Squash.
called it like EDM. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
jungle and
Yeah.
Techno
techno and all and trance and all that. It was like really, really fast stuff, you know. So there was a room for like hip hop. So we were there with like
Switch in the chat
junkies,
says he
giraffes.
remembers.
Oh, what up,
audio-
Switch? What up? What up?
He remembers
Oh,
audio-
snap.
Shout
what
out
up?
to Peep Show too, man. What up, Peep Show? You know,
See,
you
we
rad it.
Switch. What's up, man?
Yeah, and so we would spend like a good month driving up to LA to practice with Peep Show and Erratic and Dino, and just to get this show together, and we just all for like 5 or 6 minutes, you know. And so we would and then we finally, you know, we got our shows together. We did a couple of those. We did some car shows and things like that. And then all of a sudden, and I was in my early 20s, and this is the epiphany I had at the moment. I remember just like at the time, I wanted nothing more than to DJ and do shows. But even eventually, I wanted to be home after a while. I was like, you know, I'm getting kind of exhausted driving everywhere.
Yeah.
This ain't for me. So now I'm hitting the second part of my life where I'm like, you know, I got to rethink this shit now, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I get a phone call from my homeboy Slide.
Oh shit!
He was on Z90 at the time. The radio.
Wait, are we going
station.
to the radio now?
Now we're getting into
Okay,
the
wait,
radio.
wait.
No, but yeah, because we want to keep this.
We're gonna wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're giving too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
Let's
you're
not
good.
give them all right
This
off
is
the bat.
alcohol.
I think we're gonna have to.
talking.
Yeah.
All
'Cause-
right.
Oh yeah.
We'll
You guys
save
don't
it for
even know.
later.
Wait. Actually, let's take a look at that real quick before we get in the mix.
Yeah.
Real quick. Take a look at. Grab that bottle right there, sir. All right. Let's see this.
Let them know. Let them know.
All right. So apparently, this gentleman was nice enough to bring
Show it
us.
to the cam.
I'm gonna let you.
Okay.
Hold that straight up to the camera right there, and I'll let you say the name of that.
This is premium quality Gold Lock Supreme vodka. I'm reading off of the bottle here.
Nice, dude.
Distilled from sugar cane,
That's so dope. I didn't even know you could read.
and
Dude.
it's
That's
80
tight.
proof alcohol.
No, it says 40.
40%.
Yeah.
80
No, it's
proof.
fucking with you.
Yes. I am not that drunk yet, but
No, but
Either that or I
we're
just
taking
can't
shots.
read.
Gentlemen, is, yeah, so
But
we
it's
already
really
taking
good.
some shots. We'll be doing some more. We're gonna answer, you know, some questions that are thrown in here. Also,
chat.
let us know in the chat if you have any questions for this gentleman, DJ Happy. We will ask him and slap him around if we need to, whatever is necessary for tonight for highlights.
We definitely party 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
tonight.
for sure. As soon as we fucking get in the mix, it's
Let's
already
go.
1, 2, 3. Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. DJ Happy Gio.
Bullet, nigga. I break bread, ribs, $100 bills, pill on the cotties and other 4 wheels. Write a book full of medicine to generate milk. Talk album, only for more sales. We used to catch those on the block with krills. Now it's paid shows, promoters post up bills. Sign deals only if the math is real. If we can't match numbers, then you can't have the head nigga in charge of shit. Live nigga rhymes artists, pardon. P-Dub shines regardless, remorseless. Haunt niggas like poltergeist. My advice for a get like that is think twice before you move on it. Put jewels on it, who want it? Loose niggas make the
Shout out to Joel. Shout out to Cutwater.
Doing it bad shit though, if you way out the jurisdiction. Why niggas bullshit on the grill? I don't fuck around, Dunny. It's most real, I keep it thorough, nigga. Yo, let me back up for him, let me back up, yo. Why niggas bullshit on the grill? I don't fuck around, Dunny, it's most real. I gave birth to your whole style and feel. How do it feel to hold my dick in public? Cock blower, duplicate rap cloner. Let's me and you do it live on stage for Dolo. I smack niggas like you, smash niggas by the tools, grab niggas by the throat, show 'em prove. Rhymes cocky, crazy ill, man rowdy. Did a buck off of my shit and rap to Audi. Temperamental, I snap quick, very touchy. And yo, my attitude is all fucked up and real shitty. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. You feel different, niggas see me. I throw a TV at you, crazy. Bitches say P, you crazy. crazy, a pain in the ass, nah, but fuck you, pay me. I'm no shorty, nigga, I stop your glory. I'm a third street nigga for real. You just applaud me, avoid P, man. Take your baby mom's advice. I'm nothing sweet, ill with the guns. You pay the price when you see me in the street, soldier. Salute me, you just a groupie. Oh, you gangster, you shoot me. Who gives a fuck, really? I miss my nigga Twin, kill me, so I could join the rest of my force up in the heavens. You rap niggas make me laugh, y'all crazy ass, and I don't give a fuck what you sold. That shit is trash, bang this, cause I guarantee that you bought it. Heavy airplay all day with no chorus. I keep it girl, nigga.
Shout out to Blue. He's bouncing. We'll see him in a month. Be safe.
Separate the weak from the opsa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. It's on, nigga. Fuck all that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet. Thundering, shaking the concrete. Then the shit stop when I fall the plot. Neighbors call the cops, said they heard mad shots. Saw me in the drop, 3 1/4. Slaughter, electrical tape around the daughter. Old school, new school, need to learn though. I burn, baby, burn like disco inferno. Burn slow like blunts with yayo. Peel more skins than Idaho potato. Niggas know the lyrical molesting is taking place. Fucking with B.I.G. it ain't safe. I make your skin chafe. Rashes on the masses. Bumps and bruises. Blunts and Land Cruisers. Big Papa smash fools, bash fools. Niggas mad because I know the cash rules. Everything around me, 2 Glock 9s. Any motherfucker whispering about mine. And I'm Brooklyn's finest. You rewind this, bad boys behind this.
Come on. And if you from the BK, souffle sugar. Come on. And if you from the Cherry QB sugar. Come on. And if you from the NY, the fly sugar. Come on. Now here we are, star for the sarsaparilla. I'm the Donizetti on the Van Wyck Express. We got the Emporio and the Vino just for the keeper. And yes, he be the cheaper. And yes, I be the sweeter. So give me Sega, and we can get Rojiki. The 7th heaven cloud is for my Kofi and Ashiki. So you see me on the upper, but it's always the lower. We make it Hollywood, cause Diamond Cooks is taking over. And yes, you to the beat and score like.
Shout out to Thelma's Oatmeal back in the day.
So funky fresh, I rocks to the east, I flows to the west. This Max Julian, #1 draft pick. A finger to the rest, here we go for the Knicks. It's like that, super fat, catch a heart attack. The smoke that you be doing with the black nostalgia.
So if you from the BX, connect sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the BK, souffle sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the Cherry QB sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the NY, the fly sugar.
Come on.
If you from the BX, connect sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the GA, souffle sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the Cherry and C sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the NY, the fly sugar.
Come on. No, not cheap. I know it can.
Shout out Needle Ninjas. I see Switch. I see Blue. Who else we got? Y619.
But who here? You know it only be the Sunny G. And who that? The Kinder Arrow thing, Geechee Suede. I ride up on the wave and pursue the gay blade. Lazima Jackson beat her like she stole something, bruh.
Yo, she called me Portier. She had the Oregano stashed in the Hathaway. Zenobi Hipsy out of City by Ricardo Heights. And now we got the fuzz flashing crazy lights. The diamond life is trite. But we can get this lotto, so give Alo in the blammer. We'll meet them in Aruba, get the goods down in Savannah. You know it can't be them, so yo, it got to be the lower. We make it Hollywood, cause Diamond Cooks is taking over. So if you from the BX, connect sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the BK, souffle sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the Cherry QB sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the NY, the fly sugar.
Come on.
If you from the BX, connect sugar.
Come on.
If you from the LA, souffle sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the Cherry DC sugar.
Come on.
And if you from the NY, the fly sugar.
Come on. Come on.
Motion picture, analyze the world, flush and hit ya. Dominate the scripture, wild black emperor, the best in your perimeter. Rockin' you wild, pray Lord the minister. Sober while I'm sticking ya and roll the picture. Analyze the world, flush and hit your picture. Analyze the world, flush and hit ya. Your picture, your picture, picture. Analyze the world, flush and hit ya. Dominate scripture, wild black emperor, the best in your perimeter. Rockin' you wild, pray Lord the minister. Sober while I'm sticking ya, and roll a Dutch over Interca. Shorty, I've been ripping up for years now. Gold teeth smile on the prowl. My lifestyle, or better yet, my position now to blow you cats like trout. Smooth criminal from New York to Quebec. Unbelievable respect, Plan X. 22 ways about the projects, but keep focused direct. Wastelands on the quest, getting deeper than check. We all die, but who's next? And we go against my enemies, I keep friends. Cause when I want them, I got them and take them rock bottom. And rapid fire, it's you versus I. Hitman for hire, blow the world like a live wire.
Cuban connection, flexing, wildin', sipping Cristal by the gallon. Queen Stallions,
No doubt.
ice down medallions.
What's it all about?
Ice down medallions. Cuban connection, flexing, wildin', sipping Dom P by the gallon. Queen Stallions,
No doubt.
ice down medallions.
What's it all about?
Ice down medallions.
Same shit, holding it down, my gun spit, crime I deal with, drive a 540 with 10, yo nice, hold a strip up on the hill in the brick, flush the golden kid, wisdom, knowledge, still living, understand what I'm giving, a wild life to live in while we all driven, to sell drugs, young black thugs and take slugs, most invincible, getting money's the principle, every day's an interview, you know who, I'm talking to the best chosen, laying on 45th and colder, selling drugs to the morning, swifter than my opponents, fuck around and catch a bonus, one love to Ryan Owens, when you died I wasn't holding.
Shout out to Weiss619. We see you, brother.
Wanted posters, bust whatever closest. I die like your man in the black Testarossa. Flush don't give a fuck, I'm taking over.
My Cuban connection, flexing, wildin', sipping Cristal by the gallon. Queen Stallions,
No doubt.
ice down medallions.
What's it all about?
Ice down medallions. Cuban connection, flexing, wildin', sipping Dom P by the gallon. Queen Stallions,
No doubt.
ice down medallions.
What's it all about?
Ice down medallions.
It's only right that I address this. Gotta be in it to win it. I never come lame, type killing in the game. Like get busy. It's only right that I address this. Gotta be in it to win it. I never come lame, type killing in the game.
Music. Raised by game, when niggas ain't phased by fame. Come to the crib, get banged, they take your chain. Stay in your lane, grow back, ain't the way of the game. My brainstorm is like a stay in the rain. My favorite was Kane, now I'm dope with weight in the game. You was hot but can't stay in the flame. Ghetto pain and windows crack. The fist is like a symbol for black. You tell the real by how the real interact in the middle of whack. My soul sticks to a track. Kick back, records get kicked to the back. I want big cribs and my man Ronnie to get his. Child in a good school to know what a gift is. It's global warming, the world is shifted. Watch it, Sweet 16. Bitchin', that's rich kids who don't know in life. You gotta go the distance, whether yoga or dosha. We all get lifted in the game.
It's only right that I address this. Gotta be in it to win it. I never come lame, type killing in the game. Like get busy. It's only right that I address this. Gotta be in it to win it. I never come lame, type killing in the game.
Yeah. Music.
Yeah, you know, everybody's talking about the good old days, right? Everybody, the good old days, good old days, good old days. Well, let's talk about the good old days.
Take you on this lyrical high real quick. 1993 exoticness. You know what I'm saying? Let's get technical. Where's your bone at? Get up on that shit, alright? Started off on the island, AK Shallow, niggas wildin', gunshots thrown and phone dialing. Back in the days, I'm 8 now, making a tape now. Ray gotta get a plate now. Ignorant and mad young, wanted to be the one till I got loud, felt one. Yeah, my pops was a fiend since 16, shooting that's that shit in his bloodstream. That's the life of a crimey, real life crimey. If niggas know the habits behind me. Day one, yo, growing all up in the ghetto. Now I'm a weed fiend, jetting the palmetto. In Medina, yo, no doubt, the guard got crazy clout, pushing a big joint from down south. So if you're filthy stacked up, better watch your back and duck, cause these fiends, they got it cracked up. Now my man from up north, now he got the law, as solid as a rock and crazy soft. No jokes, I'm not playing, kid his folks, Desert Eagle his dick and put him in a yoke. And to know for sure, I got wreck and rip shot, I pointed a gat at his mother's knot. Word out. Fuck that.
Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. with DJ Happy in the Hey Y'alls.
Who's killing it tonight, man?
Isn't he, dude?
Man.
He played that fucking, what was it, the Camp Low joint.
Camp Low.
And then you were giving us some knowledge if you want to spread that out. About,
you spread it out.
Well,
spread it
apparently the producer of Camp Low, Crystal Carrington, we believe, is the correct name. And apparently he did the Reasonable Doubt album.
Yeah,
he
was part of it.
Oh, part of it. Okay, yeah, that makes
and
sense.
And then his partner on Camp Low was like, "Yo, why are you giving Jay-Z all this heat?" And then that's when he came out with Lucchini.
I'm right. And you know what's the trip is? Imagine what Jay-Z would sound over Lucchini.
I don't think he would sound good.
I know that. Well, I don't. I think we think. No, I feel you, but I think it's because we can only hear them to it at this point.
Because it's a perfect record.
Yes.
To me, it's a perfect record.
Yes, that was a really good one. So real quick, we have shouts to Y619. He wants us. He wants you, actually, not us, to tell a story about how you traded your. And this is fucking hard for me to say.
It's hard for me to read it,
dude. You traded your 1200s for fucking wood-made Vestex turntables, dude? You like how I do that?
I have
wood in
no
there?
regrets.
Well, you probably don't because your career, and then you probably got sponsored by fucking Qbert and everything. Yeah, so fuck you. But go ahead and tell the story, anyways.
All right, so okay, the Vestex turntables.
Jesus,
damn,
damn. That's my impression of who, by the way.
Yeah, so I sold my Techniques because I wanted the
Ow.
Those things were so damn heavy. You know?
They are.
Yeah, they are, but they're Techniques.
No, that wasn't the reason. The real reason was I wanted the ultra pitch for scratching.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yes,
and the straight arm. And so and the RCA cable was outside of the turntable and not welded in or soldered in.
Is that technically better for scratching the straight arm rather than the curve?
It sips a little bit less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little bit, you know.
Now let me ask you this, because honestly, I don't even remember because I fucking hated Vestex.
What up, Weiss?
Turntables.
Wait, let him
just
finish
fucking
the
but I want to know what was the
that was basically.
No, I
it.
want to know what. No. You're gonna keep going, but I want to know what was the pitch difference between Vestex and the.
Okay,
12?
so
'Cause I know it's 8 on the 12.
Yeah, on the 12s they're like 8.
Yeah,
you know, and so if you wanted to go from a disco track to a 90 BPM track, it was a little hard. You have to turn off the knob and let it go slow down, and then you hit play or whatever. But with the ultra pitch, you can do that. You can go from, I don't know, like 120 BPMs and slow it down to 90 and go. And
well, that's what I'm saying. What was the range though? Like, because
Oh,
I'm not familiar with the
50.
ultra.
I think it's relative, but it's like it's like ultra, meaning it's like going from like 45 to 33 RPM.
No, I
It's
got like a
it's
time
really-
stretching.
It's kind of like time
No,
stretching. Yes.
which I got you. Yeah, like because it's like I know the new mark, or no, I'm sorry,
No,
the Pioneer.
Pioneer,
Yeah,
yes.
like I ended up getting the TTX.
do
So like
those.
I feel you, like because
Yeah.
that's like me. I'm talking shit to you, but I got to throw myself
it's not
out
shit
there.
if it's true,
but
bro.
I never sold my 12s. That's the thing. I just
Gotcha.
added to them. So I bought the Pioneer because I was like, fuck, imagine what I could do plus minus 50 in the studio. Like just like amazing. So I get that was the same concept of the ultra pitch, is what you're saying.
You know what's funny is I don't regret selling the Techniques. I'm sorry, but I do.
No,
regret
it's fine. I'm sorry for you. It's okay.
selling my MPC.
Damn
do
it,
regret
dude! Are you
selling that.
fucking dude? The show's over. The show's over.
Did you have the original, the OG?
I had
XL?
the 2000 was the one I had.
Yeah,
Fucking A,
that's
the
one I
Roger
got.
Lynn, dude.
That's the one.
No,
Or no, where Roger Lynn was.
Was it the
I
2000?
thought he was.
Roger Lynn?
I thought it was 2000 and the 3000.
No,
I
it was the
thought.
2000 and then the XL.
Yeah.
The
No, but
2000 one's the
Roger
one I
Lynn's
had.
not on the XL, bro.
No.
Yeah, then it was the 2000. Then.
Yeah, so that's why. That's
the
why.
one.
That was the one that had the 16-bit sound quality
Yeah.
and it had the circuitry sound and everything.
This guy,
That's the
dude.
one
Yeah,
I
that's
got.
the.
That's
I,
the first,
um,
my
Yeah,
first
keep.
one.
Yeah,
No one
I-
likes to show off who.
And at the time, you know what made me want to sell that was I remember friends of mine had like they were getting into like Fruity Loops and shit, and I was like, oh man, that ain't. I mean, yeah, I get
sold
you
it
can
for $100
you can-
program. I'm
No, I
literally
did
walking
not.
off set. I'm walking off set, bro.
I never got into Fruity Loops, but I will say this: I was a little frustrated with loading from floppy disks and
Oh,
zip
for sure.
drives,
Yeah,
and,
dude.
and things like that. I was just like, man, this is my creativity's gone now that these drums are finally loaded. You know?
Yeah.
But so basically, I was like, okay, and then it was I loved the sound that came out of the MPC at the time, but I was not very happy with the workflow. It took me like 3 hours to make a beat and chop it.
Jesus.
And all that. It just took too damn long. When I knew like doing it through
Yeah, but you could.
a DAW,
yeah.
you can kind of just drag and drop and do a couple things, and you're ready to go in like 5 minutes. And
Yeah.
that was my to me, it's all about the fastest from A to
Workflow.
B.
Yeah,
it's the
workflow.
workflow. It's all workflow. You can dial in everything else if you want to. The sound quality and,
Yeah.
you want to make it sound vintage, you can make it sound
Yeah,
vintage.
you can even change the swing nowadays, like
Right.
to Roger Lynn shit on the machine and shit. So it's like,
you know,
fuck.
and so for me, it's all about the workflow. Like when I remixed the DMX album that came out I did it like a month ago, I think. I did all 8 songs in like 2 days.
Jesus Christ, this
Because it was all done through the DAW. It was quick.
Yeah.
There was no downtime. You just dragged the song in and then you started playing over it. And you could do your mixing all in box and be done.
And what
And
DAW?
this, yeah, I was gonna
what
say,
DAW
where
do you use?
Yeah, what are you using?
At the moment, I started in Pro Tools. I went to Reaper because Reaper was the closest to Pro Tools. I tried Ableton.
When you do
but
Pro Tools, what are you using those? Is it an M-Box, a Digi? Are you using an Apollo?
I had both of those, the M-Box and the Digi.
Digi 002?
Yeah, double.
What do you think of that thing?
The Firewire?
No, just the Digi 002 in general. This is some funny shit. Just
Okay,
say it.
okay.
Yeah, look at his face.
Well, when you turn it on, it would click a couple of times, and
Yeah.
then it would turn on.
Yeah.
But is that what you're
No,
referring
no, no. I'm
to?
referring to like once it would turn on, it
Right.
would actually be on. Did you enjoy working on the Digi 002?
Or did you just like working on the M box? Like straightforward.
They didn't all sound that much different. I just wanted the
No, I'm
Digi
just
02
saying-
because the MPC had the 8 outs, and I wanted to track it in
Exactly.
using the 8 ins, and that was all I had.
Yeah,
because
because you could do more shit with that than you can do.
It
with
saved
this
a little
M-Box.
bit
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah, but I'm
You
just
know?
saying that like the workflow was cool because you didn't have to have hardware. I'm only saying that shit
Little bit of time.
because I
Little
have a
bit of
Digi 002, and it just so happens it's sitting right over there. This fucking asshole over here to my right.
I'm trying to convince
Yeah.
him to buy
This
an
guy
Apollo.
right here.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, not you.
I'm trying
But-
to convince him to
Yeah,
buy
no,
an
he's
Apollo.
telling me he's all get an Apollo, and it's like, yeah, I get it. The Apollo's gonna be way doper just for the simple fact it has the preamps.
everything.
Take away the preamps, it's like I'd rather have my Digi 002. That's the only point I was trying to get. Like
And
it's a
I-
decent machine. You can
And all
still
I
fucking
say is 1992.
yeah.
call.
He always goes like, oh, what's up with this thing from 1992 and shit.
Yo,
you
Mike,
still use Firewire, bro?
Yeah,
Mike,
exactly.
Mike Mechanic says 60 was the Roger Lynn, maybe the 3000.
Oh,
Is
okay,
it?
got you.
Okay.
So then T stop. Okay,
Maybe
so
it was the
2000.
3000. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that, sir, because I
Yes.
wasn't even
Thank you,
familiar with
Mike.
that. I thought he came back for one more after the 60, though, for some odd reason. Because I know that there's an edition that they made where he has a signature.
Yeah,
on
I
there,
do
and I
remember
thought
That
it
was
was like
definitely on the 3000.
Oh,
I know that.
3,000. That's what
For
it is.
sure,
Okay, yeah,
it
okay,
was on
got
the
you. That's what it was.
3000.
Okay.
Mike with the knowledge.
Yeah,
out there.
thank you, sir. We appreciate you. And so what else were we talking about?
So
prior
then you
to that?
went from Pro Tools, and you kind of bounced
Yeah, I
around.
was bouncing around. I was trying out Ableton. This is like Ableton version 1 or something.
And what year was this right now?
Oh, this is like the very early 2000s.
2000s.
Okay.
Right, and so the Ableton came out, and I was trying out. I liked the workflow on that, but I was not happy with the sound quality. Like I was coming from Pro Tools to Ableton, you can hear the difference
Yeah.
at that time. I mean, they fixed all that
Yeah, of
by
course,
now.
yeah.
But at the time, that was what made me okay. Let me try something else, and so I tried Reaper because Reaper was the closest thing to Pro Tools, but it cut down a couple steps. Like what used to take 10 minutes now took 3 or something on Reaper. It took less drags, less clicks, everything was. And so the problem with Reaper for me was it was totally bare out of the box. Like if you wanted to add your own sounds, there was no instruments built in. There was no
So it was like an Sonic EPS type shit back then.
right.
Yeah,
you know, it was very bare bones, which is good if you're like a live. You have a bunch of guitars and stuff, and you're playing into it like a 4-track.
Yeah.
Then you're good. You're done.
Or sampling and making your own sounds.
Right, you know, and so, but for me, I was like, okay, I used that for years, and then one day, Studio One came out by Presonus, and that one right there, I've been on for like at least 2 years now, and
Wow.
I work so much faster in that thing.
Oh,
because
so that's where you're currently using a
that's
Studio
what
One.
I'm currently using right now.
And are you using a Mac on that?
It's on a Mac, but you can install it on a PC
Oh, nice.
too. It totally works.
Wait, what's it called?
Studio
One by Presonus, and so it's basically a DAW. It has built-in instruments. Because I mean, you gotta think about it. Like the ASR 10. Okay, let's break down.
Yeah,
some
because I
gear-
have like,
gear
dude, I'm
knowledge.
an
Let's talk-
Sonic
can
guy,
you
bro.
talk
Yeah.
gear?
Oh, for
Let's
sure,
talk
bro.
gear. Okay.
Producers
are
in
we
the
starting
chat
with
room.
the? Are we
This is-
starting with the EMU Mirage, sir? It's like no, I mean the Ensoniq Mirage.
Okay, so what did it for me for Studio One was okay. When you had an MPC, you'd sample into it. You could chop up the samples and you can play it on the pads, rearrange it, and do all that. Now, if you had the ASR 10, that was a whole different science.
Yeah, because there's no wave; it's numbers.
Right.
On
Yeah.
top
Not
of
only
that-
did you have to use your ears, but
Yeah.
but general thing behind it was you can sample into it the sounds, and you can synthesize it and turn it into sounds that you could play on a key.
Mm-hmm.
And so you had two whole different worlds here, you know.
And I started on the ASR actually,
Right.
in the EPS. I went from that to the MP.
And there's like this certain magic that comes, like the sound, the way it crunches the sound that you put into there. It just sounds so good.
Yes, dude. I
You know
saw
what I
my
mean?
EPS at the house, bro.
Oh man. And so don't sell that. Please.
No, fuck no, dude.
Please
I
do
have,
not.
dude. I have all
Don't
my
be
old
like
gear.
me and sell your
Nah,
analog
dude. I
gear.
got some old
This
gear at
guy
the crib,
is a
dude.
collector.
Yeah,
He
no, I
likes
have like my
everything.
ASRX Pro even, dude.
So every Sunday I
Yeah,
go in and I
yeah.
dust it.
I just
And,
stare at him, dude, like a fucking weirdo.
Yo,
So it's on my coffee table.
Mike
now.
Mechanic asked if the Studio One is great for mastering too.
It is great for mastering. There's actually
Nice.
a whole suite built in
Ooh.
just for mastering.
No
Oh, there you
shit.
go,
See,
Mike.
no,
Yeah,
that's
so
that's
it-
pretty dope.
And so I mean, yeah. So let's get into
Yeah.
that, right? So I had these two. There was the ASR10 and the MPC were my two favorite pieces of gear. You know, but now granted, you got to think of the workflow. You had to use discs. You had to load
Yes.
sounds. You had to
Floppies.
sample the
Floppies,
sound.
dude.
You had to sit there and use
Yeah.
your ears and the
Yeah.
numbers to find the start point and
Here,
the end point of
slow
your
down,
samples.
like use the slowest key to even
Right.
hear the air, dude, to
Right,
make
you
sure
go
that you're
to like
getting
the
it
very
on.
bottom octave
Yes,
just to
yes.
get that air out.
Yes,
know.
bro.
And so-
Truncating, all that shit.
Right,
Yes.
but you know what though?
Yeah.
Like the 3000, you know how you had to use your ears to chop those.
Well, I
sounds?
never worked on a 3000 to be
Okay.
honest with you, bro.
So, but here's what everyone says, like, oh, there's a certain swing that comes with the
yeah,
3000.
that's what everyone
Here's my
says.
theory on
Yes.
all that. I mean, I'm
Preach,
if
brother,
I'm getting
preach.
off topic.
No,
let me
please
know.
go
you
for it,
good,
because I
you
want to
good.
know this shit.
So here's how I feel about that. Because you're using your ears to chop up the samples and find the start times and end times on the 3000, it wasn't always perfect. It's not like in the digital world where you can
Yeah.
just drag your cursor right
Yeah.
to the beginning of the kick and like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
No, this is when you had to
Yeah.
actually press the key and go boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
until you got it right at
Right on
the
the-
tip.
Yep.
Right at the tip,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And so that right there, and not everyone got that part right.
Yeah, and
So
that's,
there was still
yeah.
a little air. So when you played it using that air in the beginning of the kick, it was off by a millisecond.
Yes, dude.
Which gave it a certain kind of swing.
Okay, I
You know,
okay,
because
gotcha.
it
Yeah, that
wasn't
makes sense, yeah.
perfect, you know? And so that's why when we went to like the 2000 where you saw the wave on
Yeah,
the screen,
yeah, dude.
no one had that problem anymore, you know? It was
And then
like
you
a-
could zoom in on there too.
Right, the problem fixed itself.
Yeah.
So now we don't have imperfect swing anymore, you know?
Okay, so let me ask you this then: would you
Yeah.
go with Sonic or would you go with
To this-
Akai?
Oh, today.
Like if you had
If
a
I had
choice
to
now.
start right now, I think my production style leans more towards the Ensonic because I no longer chop samples and stuff because of you know, royalties, and I don't. And if to me, my philosophy is this: it's if you're chopping samples, I mean, it sounds great coming out. It's all about what comes out the speaker at the end of the day. Yeah. But to me, it's like being a chef, and chopping samples is kind of like buying a bottle of Prego and adding your own noodles to it and saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
I'm a chef, bro."
Yeah.
You're a chef, absolutely, but to what degree, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And in versus, like if you're making your own sounds, that's kind of like painting or like where you're actually chopping onions and making something gourmet.
Culinary school.
Culinary school.
That's
you know?
actually a really
That's a
dope
good-
way.
that's
a
how I-
good analogy. For
I guess
sure.
graphic design versus painting. You know, it's like they're both at the end of the day, they're great. They look great. They communicate to the audience. Nothing against both of them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's like a
there
DJ
is a
when they come out
difference.
and they go, "Watch, dude, listen
So-
to this set," and they break
So
their phone out.
since we're on producer talk, what's your top 5 producers
Oh, my top 5 producers at
off
the
the
moment.
top?
Go.
Oh man, I don't know. I like Hit
Go.
Boy a lot. I think that guy's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
I
That's
still,
one,
I still like Chad from the Neptunes. He's dope.
2.
Dr. Dre is my all-time favorite. Dilla is my all-time favorite.
Oh man.
Timbaland.
5.
That's your 5.
That's
Now I'm gonna
fine.
ask
Is
you
that
this:
5? Yeah.
who are the top fucking shittiest 5 producers, dude? And don't lie. I want to know the worst 5, dude, right now.
I don't know if I can say worse because even the
Okay,
guys
does that have to be
that-
that
worse
you're
than
not
shit that you're
feeling.
just like, oh nope.
Oh no,
can't.
I wouldn't say not feeling. I would
Come
just say,
on, dude. Get
but if you're just
highlight,
looping samples
highlight.
and throwing drums on it, you're a remixer, bro. I mean,
No, but
that's
Yeah,
not,
well, who are those?
yeah,
Who are
let's-
those?
Oh, no, I don't know the
Don't be
names.
scared.
I don't know the names. But
Okay.
I'm
Okay, let's put it this
I'm
way,
just
dude. There's
saying,
got to
it's
be
a
a
whole different
producer that,
science.
like, if you're like, oh yeah, it's cool, it's whatever. Like, there's
No,
got to
no,
be.
no,
Really,
I
dude?
don't. Because even if they're looping samples and throwing drums on it, it still sounds good. You
Well,
know,
no, of
it's
course.
still
I mean,
good
I
to
actually have a
listen to.
project where I'm doing like shit where I'm literally just doing loops. but I go by Loop Ferrigno. So it's like, specific, like fucking.
I'm sorry, what was the name? Luke Ferrigno?
Loop Ferrigno, everybody.
There you go.
I already got a patent, so it's all good. They can do whatever they want. But I'm just saying that, like, there's there's producers. I mean, dude, I know people that fucking spit over rhymes, and you're like, oh shit, I never knew that was just a loop.
Yeah.
Like later on when you find the sample out, like that shit's been done. But I'm just saying, like, there's
Chuck,
got to
Chuck
be.
says Dre's not a producer, but
I would say he's a composer. That's what I would say.
Like a movie director,
like
He puts
Quincy
things,
Jones.
puts things together.
Exactly.
He doesn't have to.
It's like a producer on another fucking.
He goes, we need a better snare than that.
Yeah.
That in the end
That's
changes the sound
Get
of the
Joey
song.
in here. He
Yeah,
plays
that
a
was like
fucking
Quincy
snare.
Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, technically, he never.
Yes,
played an
Primo
instrument.
too. I'm sorry. Primo, yes, absolutely. We were just listening.
Thank
to Primo
you,
the other night.
thank you, Jazzy. Because I was.
They only
or
gave me
Jay-Z.
5 though. I'm sorry.
Let's get in the music a little bit and then talk
Yeah,
about
then we'll
the
yell at him
radio
again
days.
for
Let's
selling
go.
his
Let's
fucking
Definitely want to hear
turntables.
some radio stories.
Let's go. Let's
I
get
hope
into
they're
it.
juicy, dude, because you can't even, if you're scared to give the shittiest top 5s, you know what I'm saying? Like, you better get into some juicy shit. Don't be scared, dude.
You know what? We need to take
more
another-
shots. Yeah,
we need
exactly.
to party 1, 2, 3
Yeah,
with Happy
exactly.
one more time. Then
Yeah.
get him in.
Let's get in the mix. Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night, 7
Let's
p.m.
go.
DJ Happy. Gio.
Hey, you can smoke a spliff with a clip, but there's still no mountain high enough or wide enough to touch the naughty, nappy, nasty nigga, the nasty, trashy, whole happy pappy. That's happy to be nappy. Me and them rock, win spots in flocks and groups and troops with timber boots and gel suits. That's how I roll when my hair do dope. When the will I got wanting competition ain't dope. Beat you, break you, broke you, smoke you, take you, send you to your little group on mute. Sooner or later, you wanna flip, tell them full, send me half with a dip. And all that other Ringling brother shit. Sporty, naughty, hot bar, greater than HOI shit. Slam the flim, flam, and then jam. You can run, but you can't hide, you can't go far. No matter where you go, there you are. There you are. Here we go, yo. Hit a nigga, kill a nigga, we'll come back. See a sucker stretch a sucker, guard your naps. Cussing was enough to tell a black man rap. See a 40 sucker 40, guess who's black? You're chilling with a titty feeling villain. Step into the puny pretty punks, catching feelings. I ain't so many guts, call me gutter. I'm the bread and butter punk, motherfucker style cutter. Walking from the gutter, brand new steady, heavy as a Chevy, ready for the pity petty. I'm pretty ready. Place your bet on a vet, the 3-man threat. What you see is what you get. Right, back, roll, smash, right, back, roll, smash. Coming around the corner with my uptown bunch. I bet your bottom dollar that your bottom buck jumps. Give it up, it's a juice thing. I'm stepping for the reppin', wrecking all the restin'. Weapon testing on who's steppin'. Ain't a bluff, but a nigga enough for the rugged rough stuff. Nigga, if you're tough, knuckle up. I cut your ass like class, then blast you by the trash. After I laugh, then I'll dash. You can't handle the scandal of an uptown vandal. Shooting up your toes, making sandals. Somebody told me that you owe me, but can't nobody hold me. I do my dirt off on my loan. Right, back, roll, smash, right, back, roll, The importance of it, yeah, we're back to work. I took time off, all the rappers got jerked. Due to the fact they whacking their track. Have to go back and stack, cause they lack the ingredients. EPMD and scratch for that. Yo, I'm the hip hopper, plus the soul shocker. Down with MD, yes, the microphone doctor. One Rex, the other destroys, and if you think you're ready to mess, kill the noise. We don't play when it's time to slay. I get a cut from my homie, yo, then I lay back and mac and all the rhymes I pack and wait for a sucker to jump and then attack.
Well, I'm known to be the master in the MC field. No respect in 87, 88, Chanel, cause I produce and get loose when it's time to perform. Whack a sucker like Mop and Glow.
That's what it born.
Back the second time, but on a different assignment to do a sucker new jack who needs to rap in alignment, cause I'm the cream in the crop when it's time to do a show. Girlies on my job for my dope intro. As I glance at the double, K microphone wrecker. Turn on my callers, say your mic checker to the ladies. Ain't all party goers. Some call me Pete, then others slow flower. Brothers on my jock for the way I hold a piece of steel. So what you saying? You saying? So what you saying?
hard, now you just went and saw Bert. You was down with the AK. And now I see you on a video with Michelin, looking like straight bozos. I saw it coming, that's why I went solo and kept on stomping. While y'all motherfuckers move straight out of Compton. Living with the whites, one big house, and not another nigga in sight. I started off with too much cargo, drop board niggas now making all the dough. White man just
Yo, Mantis, what do you think of this?
with attitudes, who you fooling? Y'all niggas just phony. I put that on my mama and my dead homies. Yellow boys on your team, so you're losing. Hey, yo, Drake, stick to producing. Calling me on a butt, you Benedict. Easy E saw your ass and went in it quick. You got jealous when I got my own company, but I'm a man, and ain't nobody helping me. Trying to sound like American most. You can yell all day, but you're close. Cause you know I'm the one that flow. You done ran 100 miles, but you still got one to go. With the LENCHMOB and y'all disgrace the CPT. Cause you're getting fucked at your green by a white boy. With no Vaseline.
Now let's get down to business, bitches. Cause it seems like y'all just keep on trying to diss this nigga that you know that's been down for years. I've clowned for years, and y'all can never fade my peers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 8, you can't win. Cause all the way around, nigga, I get respect. And use a nigga that can't even get no props in your set. Drag new park, you say, huh? Wanna be ripping, but now it's time to do some set tripping. So listen close, cause I don't want y'all to miss that I'm about to break it down for this bitch. Check it, occasion, compliment for spruce, cedar, elm, west side tree, spraying all the flicks. That's from the 3 and 400 block P-Funk ride. So niggas watch your ass at that center divide. Now Aaron Tyler, tell me why you seem so tame when I caught you at the airport shaking like a crap game. You look up and you see my niggas coming, and you look like your bitch ass was about to start running. But all I wanted to do was kick a little conversation and see if we can fix this little situation. But when I fuck you up was what you wondered. Yeah, that's probably why you changed your little pager number. But bitches like you don't grow. You can't even look me in my eye, let alone go toe to toe. And calling me skinny, you's a clown. I'ma call you Theo cause you weigh 92.3 pounds. Whack ass actor, movie script killer. Fool, don't you know? Quick and steal the nigga. Compton psycho, boy, you oughta quit. Your records don't hit, and bitches don't drop your shit. You need to stay down, you Compton clown, and get off of the nuts of the niggas with guts. Because I'm down with the trees, I'm down with Death Row, I'm down with Black Tone, and I'm down with the foe. So when we cross paths, and I hope that soon, I'm gonna boot your motherfucking ass to the moon. You need to quit banging under false pretense, cause if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So don't kill gang, let the pimpin' commence. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So don't kill gang, let the people commence. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So don't kill gang, let the pimpin' commence. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Trying to do their own with this thing, but you can't do it, you know? So we gon' do it like this. Like, sit back, relax, and get to it.
Have you ever heard of a slaughter? I oughta start dipping, sipping on that ST gets me to tripping. I don't slips, I bangs with that mad ass dog pound gang. It's a DPG thing. Corrupt from the SC. You wanna test me? Let's see if you'll survive 45 times. Like a hollow point headed for your dome. Take a couple steps, turn around in its zone. Couldn't withstand the murderous mental. I subdue and then take 2 to your temple. When I cause holocaust from what's written, niggas collapsing when the straps is spitting. Look, this is how it's done, nigga. I grab my strap, your best run, nigga. I give a fuck, corrupts the kingpin of the clique. Little was G with the biggest stick.
Shit, a motherfucker better recognize. With the twist of my wrist like OJ, you won't die. I snack on motherfuckers like a bone. Wanna be the shit upon the microphone ever since I was born. Not to ever love a bitch. Learn game after game. That's why we are the best. Motherfuckers be gangster styles minute after minute. But soon as you did it, I smelt the nigga shit. Now what would you do? If you could fuck with me or my crew?
But you can't, so don't even think about stepping in the motherfucking house.
What would you do? If you could fuck with me or my crew?
But you can't, so don't even think about stepping in the motherfucking house.
Baby, why you bullshit? Mama tried, but it ain't no love like homie love, baby.
Catch a little head, little trick, but I ain't going against the grain, not me, not even a little bit. Bet she didn't tell you she used to be my hoe, huh? Yeah, nigga, she so hot, pussy for me and Pomona. You better take some of this nighttime stuffy, achy head fever so you can realize I'm trying to get rich real quick while you're bullshit medicine, nigga. She could free as lovely and pretty as I can be, perm silkier than Charlotte's Web, waves deep as Redondo beans, telling you, get your money while you bullshit. Baby, while you bullshit. I get down while you bullshit. Baby, while you bullshit. Now what's the problem, nigga? Well, what, your lady won't suck your dick? Cause for the very low price of $100, you can use my bitch. And if you act now, man, I'm throwing a whole lot above your knob. She used to work down there at the Spring Bank, she got fired for drinking on the job. But you ain't knowing, giving baby your money be killing me. Let that bitch disrespect you in front of your friends be killing me. Always giving that bitch some dick, killing me. Going through one ear, coming out the other, talking about you feeling me. Now, partner, tell me where my love at. Cause I'ma tell you where you're wrong at. I'll be in, but I won't break. Not me, no matter. I'm broken in the 10 Commandments. Plus, I just worked the whole of some Stacey Adams. Shit, not that. You broke, been broke, gon' be broke. Wanna see me broke, but please don't really though. Cause I tell a lie, she'll tell a lie. Then we'll sit there with a straight face and compliment each other on one another's lives. Now I can tell you 30 times how to pimp you a hoe. And I can tell you 30 more and you still won't know. You wanna overuse the pussy. Nigga, I'm trying to hit the news with the pussy. In a survey, it's estimated that 9 out of 10 men don't check their spouse. But sugar free to tell your pretty ass to get the fuck out and get my money while you bullshit. Baby, while you bullshit. I get that while you bullshit.
Y'all know what's up with this right here. No playing haters allowed, so everybody's not invited. So y'all gotta keep y'all distance. Mind your own, you live long. Yeah. Check me out. These judgmental cowards got their eyes closed. They didn't see me creeping up from behind. They wanna be me, but I ain't tripping. Sipping on something 90 proof. From the floor to the roof, I spit this game to the youth. By any means, dreams of being a lot more than poor. If you ain't helping your family, then what you living for? You'd rather talk about the next man like a buster. Fool, don't make me reach out, touch it. They never sleep again, just comprehend. Don't play or hate. And real ballers keep their pages on vibrate. Never trying to floss and show off, just stacking. On the lotus if you wanna stay away from the po-po. Don't attract heat like De Niro. Candidates, federales got their eyes on the whole state of Cali. You wanna be a player in this game, but you gon' watch me win it, trying to escape reality. In 4 minutes, funk, get off your bump, pull your bottom off the tree stump. Ladies looking pretty, city, and now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. From the bottom to the top to the bottom. Come on, pull it up and get funky while we go. Gas for
I flex my brazos hardcore, down from the clica. Who's that? Emanating funk through the speaker. My brazos hardcore, down from the clica. Who's that? Emanating funk through the speaker. Brazos hardcore, brazos hardcore, brazos hardcore, down from the clica. Who's that? Emanating funk through the speaker. Bass gets to pumping, rucas get to pumping. Who's that rocking? Got the water start jumping, blasting through high. No need for the booyah. Right hammer with the one knuckle, I shot through ya. Step to the ground, I feel the strain. Touching girls in the mosh pit, feel for pain. So don't get in my way, baby, because the weather local keep me here to play, baby. My shit'll pump up a jam, hot damn, it's the baddest, but it's still in 20. Step into the madness.
Coming in the front and center, state your name and game. Yeah, the me side is back and we came to bang. In the front and center, state your name and game. Yeah, the me side is back and we came to bang. Giving it up, niggas and chucks, rags hanging. Strictly insane and we do the damn thing.
It's the big bad east side road. Now how many blocks we controlling? 202115171119 and the mafioso down.
From the block to the swamp, front of grandmama house. Elm Street, 12th Street, all brands knock 'em out. Stay deep, brain deep, make streets the moves. Young G's, little G's, casualties of war. So we push the turn, steady puts and work. Homies love seeing thugs, so we look for dirt. When them 6-4s hot, when the Crips slang rocks, when the drip get dropped, when the disc get stopped.
All black with a little bit of gold. Now let me show you young busters how east side roll. Foot to the pedal, heavy hand on stiletto, extra clip for you, booyah, pinchy lump ghettos. I'm about to make the thing crack. We got straps in this wood, I got something more fat. To lay you young busters down, it ain't no thing when you bang with the dog pound.
I love it. The way the homies come through, all blue. What y'all want to do?
I love it.
We got to the left, platinum on our chest. Yep.
I love it.
can't stop, won't stop. So what that LBC live? I love it. We do the damn thing all night, better yet, for live.
Now 7 digits, call up Bridget, her man's a midget. Plus she got fringe, yo, I can dig it. Here's a 40 swig it, you know it's frigid. I got him chillin' in the cooler, break out the ruler. Damn, that's the fattest dog I ever seen. The weather's heat in Cali, getting weed, it makes it feel like Maui. Now we feel the good vibrations. So many females, so much inspiration.
I get inspired by the blunts too. I'll front you. If you hang with the bunk crew, I roam the strip for bones to pick. When I find one, I'm gonna take her home and quickly do this. I need not explain this. It must is famous, so get the anus.
Hey, miss, who's there? I'm through there, no time to do hair. The flicks it ain't, so get straight. You look great, let's rub now. Oh, rub down.
Don't be coming on the channel with that bot shit, homie. We'll find your shit, dude. We know too many computer heads, homie. That's too many goons on the squad as well. So just that shit's hilarious. Nice try though.
Handball, cause the man's all that. I'm leading chill from 93 till.
Yeah, this is how we chill from 93 till.
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 This is how we chill from 93 till. My black Tims do me well. When I see a fool and he says he heard me tell another person's busyness, I cause dizziness until you stop acting like a silly. Yeah, crews are jealous cause we get props. The cops wanna stop our fun, but the top is where we're dwelling, swelling fat, no sleep. I work spitting jerks get their hoes sweep under their noses. This bro's quick to hit blunts and flip once I'm chilling cause my crew's close, kid.
I'm posted, most kids accept this at school. I exit cause I'm an
What's good, Big Fruits?
Greenbacks and stacks don't even act. Who got the facts? Stacks we can max, pumping fat tracks. Exchanging facts about impacts, cause impacts my freestyle talent overpowers brothers can't hack. Get they lack wit. We got the max. 93 to infinity, kill all that whack.
This is how we chill from 93 till.
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 This is how we chill from 93 until.
This is how we chill from 93.
Now it's time for our wrap-up. Let's give it everything we've got. Ready? Begin.
Artificial amateurs aren't it all amazing? Analytically, I assault, animate things. Broken barriers bounded by the bomb beat. Buildings are broken, basically I'm bombarding. Casually create catastrophes, casualties canceling. Cats got their canopies collapsing. Detonate a diamond tank daily doing dope. Demonstrations, Don Dada on the down low. Eating other editors with each and every energetic, epileptic episode. Elevated etiquette. Furious, fat, fabulous, fantastic. Flurries of funk felt feeding the fanatics. Gift got great, global goods gone glorious. Getting godly in this game with the glorious. Hit 'em high, hella hype, historical. Hey, Holocaust hymns, hear 'em holler at your homeboy. Imitators idolize, I intimidate. In an instant, I'll rise in an irate state. Juiced on my jams like Jerry Curls, jocking joints justly. It's just me writing my journals. Kindly, I'm kindling all kinds of King Kong. Karate kick type Brits in my kingdom. Let me live a long life, lyrically. Lessons is learn, lame louses just lose to my leverage. My mind makes marvelous moves, masters. Marvel and move, many mock what I've mastered. Niggas nap knowing I'm nice naturally. Knack never lack, make noise nationally. Operation opposition off, not optional. Out of sight, out of mind, widening opticals. Perfected poems, powerful punchlines, pummeling. Petty powder puffs in my primes. White crank posts, keep quiet as quantum. Quarrelers ain't got a quarter of what we gotta. Really raw raps, rising up rapidly, riding the rushing radio activity. Super scientifical, sound search on. Silencing superfly saps that are soft. Tails 10 times talented, too tough. Take that, challengers, get a tune up. Universal, unique, untouched, unadulterated, the raw uncut. Verb by smart, victorious, valid. Violate vibes that are vain, make them vanish. While I'm all well, what a wise wordsmith. Just weaving up words, weeded up on my work shift. Xerox, my X radiation glows, extra large, X height letters, xylophone tones. Yellowback, neck mouth, young ones, yours. Yesterday's lawn yard, sell I yawn. Zigzag zombie, zoom into the zenith. Zero wins and thoughts, overzealous rhymes, Z-lots.
Good.
Dude, that's that dope track from the Yelp commercial, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's the Grubhub commercial track, dude.
Grubhub? I don't know.
No, just fucking with you, dude. Where it's all fucking like always naming the foods and shit, dude.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Black Alicious,
whatever
though.
the fucking what happened?
R.I.P. Black Alicious, though.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, R.I.P. everyone that's passed away recently, man. Shit, we had way too many people, man. Bobby Medina, R.I.P. Yeah. We had Cosby One,
Too
Real, Sketch Icons. I mean, there's actually, unfortunately, there's too many even to remember at this point and to name everyone. So I apologize for that. But our condolences to everyone who's lost someone, from COVID and even just natural causes as well.
Yeah. Man,
but on a lighter note, I'm still mad that you sold your 12s, but it's all good. I'm still here, I'm still fortunate.
Let's get in the Z90 days.
Yeah, let's do that, dude.
So when did you start working at Z? Or how did you? How did it become?
Yeah, like who did you pay to get in?
Yeah,
like I just wanted to.
Who did I schmooze?
Yeah, who did you fucking drop a Finsky on, dude?
Who'd you have to drop a brown bag on to fucking?
Let me just preface it with how it kind of all started. At least where the earliest.
And I want grimy shit, dog. I want to know. I want to. You don't work for him, dude. So you can't get fired from him. So I want all the dirt. Yeah, I want all the fucking dirt, dude. I don't give a shit.
Dirty dirt.
I want to know who fucking fucked up the bathroom at that point. Like, I don't give a shit. I want to know who kept blowing up the bathroom at Z90.
Who blew lines up
Bro,
in that?
Who's fucking rocking fucking lines right before their show and shit.
So right in my senior year of high school, I was at Mira Mesa High, and a lot of our friends. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
A lot of our friends were DJs. Smalley Biggs was on the radio at the time. DJ Style. A lot of guys came from Mira Mesa or down south. And so DJ Style was on Z90 at the time. He and Smalley Biggs were on air. I used to hang out with them and practice with them a little bit. And I remember like one day Style was like, "Hey man, it can give me a ride down to the station." I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." And this is at the time from Mira Mesa down to where Z90 used to be. It was
that in Chula, right, or no?
Chula Vista, National City, like around that area.
Oh yeah, no, it might have been National City shit.
It was like on H Street, I think.
Oh no, there was Chula.
Something like that. It was down. Yeah, so I drove them down there, and I got in, and this was when James D was doing the 5 o'clock mix.
Fuck.
What year is this?
Oh, this is the late.
Dude, you don't even
90s.
remember that name, bro? Because that's
late
like a
90s.
really famous dude. That's so hilarious.
That dude was so clean.
Yeah, dude.
But I remember like on mixing. I mean, like I came in and I went, "Oh my god,
yeah,
this is so dope."
And this is still vinyl.
This is all vinyl,
records.
right? Needle skips and everything.
Yeah,
I remember those.
And so I remember being there and just seeing this. This all happened in one night on a Friday night that I showed up. And I would just sit there and I watched James D mix live, and I just remember going, "God damn, this guy is so clean." Like this is when EQs, like a lot of guys weren't really using that at the time.
I don't even think they had the effects even back then, right?
Was in the?
It was an 05 Pro.
05 Pro.
It was an 05 Vestax 05 Pro.
And 2 Techniques.
2 Techniques.
Okay.
Yeah, not Vestax. Yeah, not Vestax.
So we had 4 turntables, and the other 2 were just so in case you wanted to hop on the 3rd and 4th, or to transition between DJs. And so I remember just sitting there and watching the mix, and then he was doing this one transition, and he's like, "Fuck, I fucked up." And I was like, "No, well, if you did, I sure as hell didn't hear it." And when DJs go to a club, you're sitting there listening.
Critiquing
you're like
the fuck out of them. Whack. I could already hear the song come in. Already down.
Programs and everything show up.
That's why my
the Matrix.
I always invite them to the booth and just rip shots, so they don't even remember that shit.
Yeah, I mean,
That's my plan.
Dude, now I know how to get free drinks.
Yeah.
And watch them fuck up on the.
Yeah.
That is true. That's true.
So I'm sitting there watching them mix, and I'm just like getting schooled, just watching how these guys work, right? And then Style gets on, Smalley Biggs gets on. This is like the Friday night. Chino was hosting.
Oh shit! Okay.
Shout out to Chino. This is back then.
We just saw Chino actually last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Chino.
Yeah, man. And so these are like my heroes, and I was hanging out in the room like, man, this is where I want to be one day. This is it, And I remember that night a guy from Janet Jackson's record label came down that night, and he brought like pizza and everything. He's just like, "Yo, man, try to get this record in." It was like this new Janet Jackson record.
Damn.
And that was my first experience watching how these guys were working records onto the air, And
for a fucking slice of pizza.
No, I mean, like they would bring pizza,
up,
and then they'd give you the record and say, "Hey, check it out," and that's it.
No, I know, but I'm just laughing that Janet Jackson's people are like, "Here's some fucking pizza. We got this record though. Like I'm just saying, like come on, bro. Fucking a fucking pizza, dude. Really?
You know, and so but they would walk these records in, and then I was just like, wow. So this is like seeing all this happen behind the scenes. That was the very beginning of it, you know. And so I would, at that moment, this was around the time when I was like, okay, I'm gonna just make beats and scratch and just practice mixing and hopefully one day get on the radio or something. Yeah. That was like a pipe dream down the line somewhere, right? And so I remember the Z90 had this mix battle, and the winner gets a slot on the radio. This was in the late 90s.
Nice.
I remember Dennis Blaze was in that, Jay Skills, L.A. Reckless. I mean, like, we were all in that battle, and you know, and at the end of the day, I didn't win. You know, I thought I got pretty close, you know, but, you know, I didn't get chosen. So, you know, I remember sitting in the car all disappointed, and Backspin was like, you know, fuck it, dude. Don't worry about it. We'll just keep going, bro. Just keep doing you. Don't worry about it, you know. And I'm
Shout
like,
out to Backspin as well.
Shout out to Backspin, you know. I'm like, you're right. At the end of the day, we don't stop here. We keep going. And so, you know, I kept going with my thing, and we did the Return of the DJ thing around that time. And we started DJing the raves and the events and all that. And then one day, you know, at this time, Z90 got bought out by a company called Clear Channel.
Yeah.
Boo. And so this is the very beginning of it.
For sure, yeah, that's the whole
thing. The very beginning of it, right? They got bought out and
corporate.
You know, and so they were hiring like all new staff and everything like
Payola.
that. And then I look back now. And I'm just like, okay, you know, maybe it was a good thing I didn't get on the radio at that time, because I probably would have been cut with this whole cut thing. And
Gotcha.
And that would have been the end of it. So I got, actually, looking back, it was a blessing in disguise that I did not win that battle, and, you know, because I didn't get cut out during that time. And so, you know, they moved in a new building, and that was when Slide hit me up.
Nice.
DJ Slide hit me up, and he called me up. He goes, hey, how's DJing going, man? You still doing the partying and the raves and all that? And I was like, yeah, it's cool, but, you know, at this time I was getting homesick, and I wanted to be more at home and record, and I hated traveling and driving around so much. I hated all that, you know. It wasn't for me. And so he goes, how would you you want to work on the radio still? I was like, well, yeah, you know. Like, this was my transition from one thing to another, and so
that was opportunity knocking.
Yeah, it was knocking, and I was like, I was not gonna make it wait, you know. And so I hopped in, got in the radio station, and the program director at the time, Rick Thomas, shook my hand and was just like, it was like, so you're the guy, huh? I'm like, I'm here to do whatever you want. You tell me to, sir.
Yeah, like, yeah, fuck yeah. You're like, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, you know, you got to think. I'm like, you know, 20 years old or 21 years old at the time. You know, I was a young buck, you know, and so I was like, I don't care if you want me to DJ at 2 a.m. I'll be awake. Yeah. I'm there, you know. He's like,
initiative,
okay.
People, initiative.
Right,
whatever it takes.
You got to be ready for when the opportunity knocks, right? And so I remember he goes, all right, well, this Friday, I want you to do the guest mix on the 5 o'clock mix.
Oh shit!
Yeah, 5 o'clock is fucking
that's the
that was like here's your introduction, you know, to the city. And so I'll never forget that day. And you know, when you're mixing in front of a club, you're DJing for 100, 200. When you're DJing on the radio, we're talking the city, the Southern California region.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
They're listening. And back in the 90s. Late 90s, early 2000s, radio was where it was at if you wanted to listen to free music. You know what I mean? And so everyone was tuning in. And I remember just being on there playing my first song and doing my first mix. And I remember.
Do you remember what the song was?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
What year was this?
This is like the very early 2000s.
So is Rags still part of Z90?
I think Rags
just left.
He had just left the station.
Yeah, because I think I don't think he was there for the Clear Channel.
Yeah, this was during that time.
Oh, the switch. Okay,
the switch. Yeah, and I remember my nerves were getting to
me.
My nerves were getting to me. My hands were shaking.
Yeah. No, that's I have a weird. It's you know, I have a tick. It's a weird tick.
Yeah, so you know, I was sitting there and my hands were shaking, and I just remember, oh fuck, slapping my hand and shit, trying to make sure I don't fuck up on the radio because you can't train wreck on. They hear everything through a car speaker. You can hear when that snare ain't lining up correctly, and you're mixing on vinyl. You touch the platter, you can hear all that.
Yeah, fuck.
You know, all those things that you can get away with at the club, you cannot get away with on the radio.
And
So
did they supply you with vinyl, or did you have to bring your own vinyl?
And so the very first, when I first started, I had to have my own vinyl. But as time went on, the record labels would just send them to me.
No, of course. But would they even tell you when you went on there, like, hey, this is what you can only play this, you can't play that?
All right,
but,
so,
like, was there like any of that
what's
shit?
That
so how that works was what happens was a lot of these records they do these things called call outs where they would call out to random people and they would survey people. This was how they did it back in the days to get people how they felt about a certain record.
Everything was surveyed.
Everything was data. And to this day, my life, I use data to make decisions for myself. To this day, I go by it. I no longer do the whole gut feeling thing. Like, no.
So straight analytics.
Data, bro.
Yeah, okay, data.
Data,
Fuck,
right?
Straight data, dude. Data. My bad.
All right, you look at the data, and then there's no arguing when the data is right there. So when they go, this is the hottest record, it usually is. You go to a club, that hot record, if you start your set with that record, it gets the dance floor in. No matter how you felt about the record, you had to remain partial. You know, you know, you cannot.
Yeah,
when
no
you're a
biasness.
DJ,
Yeah, no
you
biasness.
gotta play stuff for the
to the
audience.
crowd.
You're not playing to yourself anymore.
Play to the crowd.
Yes.
Especially on the radio. When you're on the radio, when people tune away,
It's whatever the
there's your
fuck.
ratings.
Yeah.
And so you had to make sure there was a science in how you program your record. You had to sandwich the record. You had the power records, which is the songs that people more than likely want to hear, in with a song that was people know but they didn't really care about, to a song that they also want to hear. And so you kept that rotation going. And that was where the playlist thing came in. Where the playlist, they would go, these songs right here are your sure shots. These right here, play a little bit, 1 or 2 an hour, and then the rest is up to you.
So kind of like ABC.
They categorized it, and so that was the science behind how we programmed the records and the shows.
I got a question.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
was it always when the live mixer would be playing, and then they went to like a little commercial where the DJ, the guy who talks, DJ, would talk, but the instrumental that's playing in the back would be the best song that you want to hear, but then when they go back, they don't play that song. They play this other shit. And I'm always like, damn.
There was I used to get in trouble for that because I would sit there and play like a Dilla beat.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like the back beat would be the hottest beat.
But
and it's like I want that song to play.
Because they can get away with it, I assume, while they're talking. It's not like something that they knew, like someone's gonna request.
It was a talk bed. No, but you know what though? I learned this. This is the very first lesson I learned when I started in radio. Because I remember I was just doing like hip hop shows and all that leading up to this, and then so now I'm getting into top 40 for the first time, and for popular music or whatever, right? And I'm sitting there. I had to be a little more like, okay, I'm not DJing for those 200 people anymore. This is not a niche audience anymore. This is now a wide audience.
Yeah.
And so now you got to think about the person in your life who is not a music person. Like they're like scientists or math people or people who just kind of listen to music in the background while they work. They don't really care what song it is. They just need something playing. Think of that person in your life, right? Think about the song that they're playing. Probably not what you're into. And so that was how I realized, okay, so some of these songs that were researched just may appeal to the most people in a certain region of the United States, So it's all backed up by data. And then so that was how they did. And then there was, of course, to get a song to be heard by people who can play your songs, those records had to be introduced to you by people you had relationships with. Like in this case, the record labels. Like let's just say if you're an artist and you wanted to be, a famous artist, right? You can go so far as building up your own audience on your own and all that. But at some point you want to get to this like, I want to be on TV. I want to be on Jimmy Kimmel. At that point, you need a hookup. You need a person with relationships who can get you in the door. That's what happens to a lot of artists. They get to this point where they're like, okay, I need to get to this next level. I need to become a household name. And it doesn't happen until you're on TV and radio because that's the number one social media. Everyone watches some form of that one way or another. More than they like to admit.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in your car, You're listening to some sort of music. You're listening to a podcast. And today it's a podcast, but back then it was actual radio shows and all that stuff, you know. I mean, now it's a little bit of both. So, you know, you at some point as an artist, you have to get to this point where you want to get to that next level, and that's where you have to make deals with the record labels where they're like, okay, you know, so and so we have connections where we can get you on that talk show, we can get you on Jimmy Kimmel and all those shows and perform and
oh shit.
But you got to do this.
Kind of like I scratch, you scratch.
Right now at this point they got to take a cut.
We're gonna.
It's a business.
Oh wait, the radio station would actually take a cut.
No, the record label.
Oh, the
record
label.
labels. No. So they have relationships with people that worked in radio
Gotcha.
who they could be like, hey, check out this new artist. Like, what do you think? You know, like without that, it's kind of hard to get your foot in the door as an independent artist. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, I never got money for playing a record.
Never.
You know, but I did.
But you do know who got money.
I've heard stories.
Oh yeah, what did you hear?
Yeah,
come on, Mr. Fucking Highlight. Yeah, come on, Mr. Fucking Highlight.
They're all hearsay. So
I just want to know
let's
how
hear some
big,
hearsay.
how
Yeah,
big
let's hear
was
this
the
hearsay.
bag for like the biggest bag?
Yeah, what's the biggest?
I
What's
heard
the biggest? Yeah,
stories-
what's the biggest one? Because we heard like
I don't know about like money, but I know like some people.
Cars.
I've heard stories about people getting their bills paid by
for sure. Yeah,
by
that we know.
record
Yeah,
reps and stuff. I mean,
we
I
heard
don't
that
know.
one too.
Now is that a full year or just like
I don't
a month?
know. Whatever they worked.
Yeah,
out
like I
themselves.
know that there
'Cause
were
I would
like
take a year.
but they
I need a year full.
I
they
want
said,
1 year of
free
you
rent,
paying my cell phone bill.
Is
or
it
something
true
like
that
bill.
is it true that Janet Jackson's people use pizza as payola?
I don't know if it was Janet Jackson's
like, yo,
team.
man,
I'm
there's
just saying it
extra
was like
pepperoni.
the guy who was working the record that night.
No, I'm
brought
just
in
fucking
pizza,
with you.
But
know,
usually, who would take the payola would be the DJ or be the PD, the program.
Oh, I have
director.
no idea. I mean, it's and if they did do it, it was behind doors and it wasn't public knowledge.
Yeah, of
like
course.
I mean, it was
But
just all rumors.
But that's like, you think that still goes on today?
I don't know.
It has to, man.
Well, today,
Come on,
you know,
bro.
now it's like you can kind of build a career without radio.
Yeah.
But you still need that connect if you want to get to that next level.
No,
at
it
some
doesn't
point.
have to be radio though. Think
It
about
could
like
be
there's a
any
big
kind of
podcast, like yeah, like
Spotify,
some, you know, what I'm
any
saying?
mass media.
Yeah.
You know, in order to be a household name, you have to be on one of those mass media shows or.
But like right
networks
now,
like that.
if Psycho dropped a single, do you think he could go to the mixer or the PD, drop a bag, and be like, "I need my song played"?
No, but if you
And
probably
just like
dropped
that.
it to the right person, I bet you it would happen. But like, I mean, it's not just any person at any station. Like you walk in, you know what I mean? But I think like,
Oh,
if-
yeah, yeah.
there's
They
got to
don't-
be someone at every station. I don't give a fuck that does some grimy shit.
Actually,
on the
type it
background.
in the
There's
chat.
gotta
I
be,
want to
yeah.
know.
somewhere
Yes,
in
that-
the
I want to
South
know
or
in the
something,
chat room,
maybe,
what do
I
you
don't
think
know.
it takes to drop a single?
Right.
How much you got to pay a PD?
Yeah, and then okay, so then, well, since you don't want to like, you know, talk about the payola shit, but like, there's got to be. Were there any fucking asshole douchebags that ever came into the radio that you ever had, like that you had an interview or like that you got to meet even on at your raves or any?
You know, I don't know if I could say asshole douchebags, but I will. There
I
are a
can.
lot of stories with
Or
artists.
grumpy.
I mean,
Grumpy man.
I was
Yeah,
in
like-
the radio for almost 20 years, and there was a.
Like,
You know, you meet people and their experiences.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
I want to hear good and bad. Like, what's up? Like, who was like someone that you met? Like, fuck, I hope I'm just meeting this dude on a bad day, or his wife just left him, or
But
some
I'll tell
shit.
you this.
Yeah.
Don't
be scared,
what I
dude.
learned in radio, working there was an artist that came through at least like once a week or something, right? Like
Local
either
artist or a big artist?
big major
okay.
label. Right?
Gotcha.
They're like on the newer end. I remember. I'll tell you a story. I remember back in the day. This is around right when College Dropout was getting ready to drop by Kanye West. He came into the station.
Nice.
And this one, I had a Gangstar shirt on. It was a Hard to Earn
nice.
shirt on, and he walked in and we started talking a little bit. He came in with his bodyguard and all that. And this was right when Through the Wire just dropped and the album was about to drop. This is during that time. And Kanye was one of my favorite producers at the time because he did all the Rockefeller stuff and all that. You know, I was like, oh, man, this is dope. So he comes through. We started talking a little bit, and he was just like, man, it is about to pop off, man. I know this is about to pop off, right?
Yeah.
He like, I think he even said he had like a money tree loan and everything like that. He knew it was gonna pop off to get gear. And we were just sitting there talking off air, like how it was cheaper just to go to every city and buy new clothes than it was to pay to do your laundry. You know, it's cheaper just to buy a shirt here and a pants there and then throw it away when it was time and then go to another city. It's cheaper to do that
If you're
than
on
it
tour,
was-
okay, gotcha. Yeah,
than it was to buy than to get your laundry done and all that stuff, you know. And so we were talking, and his bodyguard was there, and he was just like this big dude, you know. And he was just like, yeah, man. He's all, money don't sleep, man. You know, he's like, I've been up since yesterday. I didn't even sleep. You know, they knew it was gonna pop off. Like the energy in that room that day, like you knew this guy was about to blow up. He had the confidence.
Yeah.
And then he went on to perform at this venue called 4th and B downtown.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's in San Diego. You know?
You made it sound like it was gonna be random ass thing. Like,
you gotta remember, 4th and B is not here anymore.
No,
So
I know, but it's
people
like, come on,
watching are
bro.
probably
Like, yeah, no.
what is that? I never heard of
Yeah.
that. And so we that was like to this day.
And that's actually the last time I ever saw that dude was at 4th and B, but he was there with Dilated when they did the Walk This Way. That was, and Norm
That
was
was
there.
it.
Oh, was it then?
That
I
was
was
it.
there, dude.
That was it.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I
Right.
was literally there. I was in the
Yeah.
tour bus with those fools.
Yeah, that was like one of the best.
it's
To
hilarious.
this day, that was like one of the best shows I think I've seen. I think it was John Legend even there that night. I want to say he was I mean,
That I don't know, because
Yeah,
I was
I
probably, I think me, Babs, and Norm Rockwell were probably smoking
Ah.
in the tour bus. No, for real. And then it was funny because I got laced that night with something really dope and rare. So shout out to Babu.
Yeah.
His son was turning 5, Nico. And this is how dope Babu is. His son was turning 5, and his birthday theme was a record release party. So Babu made these 2 dope ass beats and literally punched him in, his son, line for line, dude, and made 2 singles and then performed them with Dilated at this birthday party, bro. Like, it was so dope. And he goes, hey, I don't want to hear this in any mixtape. He's like, but I'm going to lace you, dude. And he gave them to me, dude. And I sold like the CD somewhere. It's fucking dope. So I just remember that night was that. And then stupid ass, what's that dude from San Diego I hate? From fucking MTV or whatever. Nick Cannon. Yeah, we saw his stupid ass. And then Kanye. And then that shit and Dilate. But, dude, that's so dope. So that time, that was when.
that was during that time. Yeah.
See, and I thought it would have been after, because I think College Dropout, unless it did drop around that
I think
same time.
maybe it just dropped that week or something.
Damn,
but I
that's
know it
crazy.
was
Okay,
new.
yeah.
It was very new at the time, you know. And so I just remember being at the show and going, wow, everyone already knows the words to all these songs, you know. It was like that.
Yeah, I remember hearing like that through the wire, like on some weird little MTV like news, like that's all. Like MTV news are like, look at this guy and the surgery,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's pretty dope. And then all of a sudden, it's like, now I fucking can't stand that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so funny when I was like, man, that guy's so cool. That it's like 2 albums later, like, that guy's a dick. He's got thorns on his head, like Jesus.
So as working at, you only worked at Z90, right?
So I started at Z90, and eventually I went to I did some work with like 933.
Oh shit!
And then I did some. I was at 933 for about 10 years.
Always as a mixer.
As a mixer, and then I did some work for Jammin' 95.7.
Nice.
That's all local here.
With
in San
Beto
Diego.
and Jam or Dooning or.
Oh, it was with Pablo, and then I did the 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay,
show
gotcha.
on
No, I
Jammin'.
just meant like, were they there at that time at 92?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
they were there.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
they were all there.
And when you were working in the radio, was it easy transfer to play in the local clubs, or was that like a hard
Oh no, it was
It was pretty.
It was easy. I mean, I remember being like when I was on Z90. I remember at the time I was doing the Friday and Saturday night shows. I think one of those, and I would get out at like 10 or something, and then I would go straight to the club downtown and DJ there.
Nice.
And I remember just walking in with my records and my
I got my free
my
promos,
dolly and
homie.
everything. Like, you know, you check your car and you walk in right after you're on there. And I remember one day I accidentally cussed on the radio. I was talking like how we're talking now. I said, yeah, and all that shit. And then I got to the club, and some people were like, bro, I heard you say that. I'm like, oh, man.
Yo,
you
did
know?
I?
Yeah, I was like, oh.
So what happens? Did you ever get fined, or like
I did not get fined
But
that
did they
night.
call you in and say, hey, dude, like you can't do that, or did
Oh,
you
no,
get
you
checked at
definitely
all?
can't do that.
No,
but
well, we know that.
I don't think I
did you
got
get
checked for
Is
it,
all I meant.
But it was. I think maybe it was late enough in the night where no one noticed, you know. But
Nice.
it was.
Oh yeah, because you were like, yeah.
And what clubs were you playing at those?
Oh, there
years?
was Aubergine was
Oh,
one of them.
shit,
That
yeah,
was
nice.
I don't know what is that now.
Fuck, I
It's
don't
on
even know.
Flux.
It's a
Is it
Flux. There
Flux?
you go.
Yeah, it's Flux, and so it's I mean that just tells you how I don't really get out as much as I used to. But yeah, I mean like at the time I would just get out. After the air, I would just go straight to the club, and that's where I would hang out with my friends and everything, and spin,
rip some shots.
Any awesome like stories from the clubs at least, or any funny shit? Like, did you ever get there and go, "Fuck, I forgot my mixer, or I forgot my crate of records"? Like, I know you gotta have one of those
No,
stories.
I'll tell you the story that when we transitioned to Serato.
Oh,
this
shit.
is when we went from vinyl to digital.
A latency issue?
No. So at the time,
I had that once too.
I had
So
this little
embarrassing.
HP laptop at the time, you know.
Oh shit!
And
this fool said HP.
An HP laptop. In the
Hewlett Packard.
This is in the early 2000 at this time. Serato was just not everyone was on it. Everyone was actually against it at the time. They were just like, "That's
It's
not
the devil,
DJing." Because
buddy.
you gotta remember, you're going from vinyl to digital, where you don't have to change the records anymore.
Yeah.
You just
Dude, I had my iBook 3 ran my Serato, bro. An iBook 3, people.
Yeah.
So.
And I remember I used to get dirty looks from other DJs, and I don't remember their names, but they used to sit there and go, "That ain't, bro.
That ain't hip hop.
That ain't hip hop. That ain't DJing."
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever, bro. My back is gonna thank me for this one because I don't have to lug around 2 crates of records for an hour and a half of DJing, right? And so I no longer had to pack a dolly in my trunk because I was going digital now. And so for a good couple months, people were like talking smack. It was Slide, Rage. They were they were the ones that were using Serato.
Oh, they were saying they were talking
Slide and Rage. And so everywhere we went, it was just like, there were people that were just like, that ain't. But then eventually people figured it out and they realized, oh, I can have my whole entire music collection with me at all times. I don't need to only bring 2 crates. Yeah, with cue points, and my BPMs are all.
It was the best.
That was
all set up.
all that was and I could sit there and stare at the wave now and be on beat.
Yes, dude.
Like
I can
all
eat
that
a pizza and just play music.
This is like I could do it one-handed now and talk at the
Dude,
same time. This is
I don't
great.
need headphones.
I don't
Dude,
need
you can,
headphones
like, visually
anymore.
Fucking like, do you honestly like use headphones? Do when you mix out sometimes, or do you actually sometimes go like, dude, I don't even need headphones?
To tell you the truth, I don't.
There's
even,
been like a
If
few.
you know the music, you could get by.
Yeah. I mean, when it's not a fucking major, like not a club, like if it's like a I don't even know what it is.
Like a lounge.
Yeah, like some weird shit where you're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just here to play some shit. You know what I mean? Like no one's gonna dance. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And so I remember like the sound quality was better when it was digital because you didn't have the low end rumble from vinyl anymore in the club. So the sound guy didn't have to roll off that bottom end anymore. And so there was a lot of little changes that happened because we went digital. And then fast forward a couple years, we started the controllers started coming in. Now that was again, and then we had to go through it again. I remember DJing at Petco Park. This kid walks up to me and he goes, "You ain't DJing, man." You know, he walks away. You're just hitting buttons and shit, right? And I'm like, "Fuck you, kid. You don't know what the fuck you're." I didn't say that, but I'm thinking to myself like,
yeah,
you fucking whatever.
Yo,
whatever.
let me see you after this fucking show, motherfucker.
Yeah, and now a lot of people use controllers now. It's not like now that's not even a problem. Now sync is a thing. And when that came out, everyone was talking.
Wait,
smack.
do people really do sync though? Come on.
I don't know. It depends. If you want to sit there and talk while you're DJing, you got to use sync to so you don't fuck up or so you could talk.
Yeah, but whatever happened to like hold
multitask.
up? Whatever happened to this?
I don't know, but when you're
fucking
DJing at a club, there's like
10
10 things going on at once. You got to sit there and look at people. You got to look at what's going on here. You got to see what the guy next to you. Hey, you want a drink or anything? There's all this stuff that goes on.
There's a lot of shit.
So it's like sometimes when you have sync there available, it really helps with the. It takes out the technical aspect of DJing, and then that now because of that, it opened it up to people who are like, I have a laptop. I think I want to try DJing now. Now you got a bunch of those people.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing.
And there's nothing wrong. I mean, I get it. Technology opens doors.
No, I get that, but from an aspect of digging though and collecting vinyl and shit, like where you're like, dude, like my set was able to because I had these records. Now it's like, dude, anyone can copy whatever the fuck I have.
Absolutely. That was another thing.
But it's how you play it and when you play
exactly.
Okay, I get that
That's
too.
what it is.
And then I was biased with controllers too.
No,
Like if
you're
the
right.
shit didn't spin, I was like, oh, like I don't mind seeing a controller that spun.
Yeah.
But if it didn't, I'd be like, the fuck is that little
That's
Mickey
just
Mouse
mental.
toy? But you know what it was though?
What's that?
I never really, and this is what I was gonna ask. I never fucked with CDJs. I just didn't. I just
neither
didn't
did
feel like, oh, see. So then that answer. I was gonna say.
I think they're great though. I mean, they're great for like if you're doing a tour, and there's like thousands of people in front of you, and there's a lot of stage rumble.
Yes.
Yeah, then it's.
There was a
stable for
problem
sure,
with vinyl. You had to back in the days. We had to put our turntables on top of foam.
I was
hard
about
foam
to,
pieces,
just to make
just
sure
so
that
they
it
wouldn't
wouldn't
vibrate as much.
Or a half of a tennis ball.
Or a tennis ball
yeah.
thing. Yeah. There was all these little things we had to do.
That's that hood shit.
All of that is all like
That's that old people
irrelevant
walker
now,
shit.
It's the
old people walker shit. No, but I was just gonna say because the controller, like, you know, if it's not spinning, maybe you're used to CDJs, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah.
it's like,
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
And right now we're gonna do a little quick time. You ready
a
for
rapid
this quick
fire?
time? Rapid fire. So
Rapid
rapid
fire.
fire
Yeah,
is
get
like
your
I'm,
fucking brain, dude.
yeah,
warmed
I'm
up
gonna
right
give
now,
you
bro.
like a
All right,
choice.
cool, let's go.
Like it's A or B, and then you have the chance to choose A or B. But if you don't choose anything, then we take a shot.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so
You ready?
so
So it's
don't
just
forget
like
you got to
quick time.
drive, dude. You got to drive, so don't keep fucking up.
He's got self-driving.
Oh yeah, he's got Tesla.
The
This guy's,
autopilot.
Yeah, yeah, that's on the next segment. We're gonna talk about Teslas.
Okay, okay.
All right, here we go. DMX or Tupac?
Tupac.
Beer, liquor.
Liquor.
Death Row, Rockefeller.
Rockefeller.
Digital or analog?
For sound quality or for convenience?
For whatever you want
Yeah.
it to be.
Convenience, digital. Sound quality, I'll go with the analog.
All right, here we go. Dog Pound or Cypress Hill?
Oh man, that
Damn,
one's tough.
really? Damn, that, I never thought that would be.
Well, we take shots with you too.
It depends on the day.
No, fuck that.
Yeah, we're gonna take shots then.
Yeah, you taking a shot or you fucking?
When
gonna
I'm with my
answer?
friends, no, I like them both, man. I really can't say on that one. Yeah, I gotta pass on that one.
No, you
Sorry,
have
I
to
get
do a shot. Yeah,
Okay.
you fucked up, dude.
All right, all right.
And it's the bottle, dude.
Let's get
You're fucking up.
Make sure you shout out the bottle.
Shout out to Gold Lock.
Gold Lock.
All right, here you go.
There you go, just a little baby.
This guy over here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Don't be getting too crazy.
We need to
dude.
have
Don't
him
be
poured
giving
out
up. There you
before.
go. Thank you, sir.
That's what we need to do.
What
Is pour
happened?
'em- we need to have them poured out before.
Oh shit! There you go. Yes, we're learning, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning curve. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, here we go. Salud, salud, salud.
Salud. All because you couldn't say fucking Cypress
Cypress
Hill,
Hill or
dude.
Dog Pound, they're both great. Sorry.
All right, here we go. Podcast or radio?
I like podcasts, the freedom of podcasts.
Good answer, sir.
Tacos or burritos?
Burritos.
Loyalty or respect?
Loyalty.
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 Mitchie Slick or Jail Felony?
I like Mitchie Slick.
Indie records or major?
Depends on the genre or the venue or
God
the
damn
use.
Or whatever you want it to be.
I like the indie stuff. That's what I listen to
Okay.
nowadays.
Mac Dre or E40?
E40.
De La Soul or Tribe?
Tribe.
NWA or Run DMC?
NWA.
Big Daddy Kane or Rakim?
Yeah, I know that's so, like, well, man, mine. That's easy for me, but it's
That's a
that's a
hip-hop-
really
that's a hip-hop question
really
right
question
there.
because they're so
You know
dope
what?
in their own right, man.
I like scratching Rakim samples, so I think for me, Rakim gets a slight edge.
Okay, there we go.
Good answer. Good answer.
And he's got a good catalog.
Good answer. I'm gonna be like Family Feud.
They're both good.
MTV Raps or Rap City The Basement?
Rap City.
Jay Dilla or Madlib?
Dilla.
Jay-Z or Nas?
God damn it.
Welcome to the Rapid Fire.
You know what? I think I have I played more Jay-Z records in my career, but I enjoyed listening to more Nas records on certain
Same here.
days.
Same here.
So I don't know. It's just I love them both. It's like saying what's better, the green sauce or the red sauce?
So-
when you
so
get a
we doing it
burrito? They're
again.
both-
We
they're
doing it
both
again?
good.
Damn you. We're
Damn
good.
you.
We have to drive, dude.
Damn you.
All right, here we go.
Micro shots at this point now. Oh my God, this guy.
There you go.
All right, here's
Alright,
to
so-
what was the question again, Marty? Fucking it.
Jay-Z or Nas?
I'm gonna go with Nas on that one. That was just for me. I'll just answer it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
answer that.
My guy's Nas. All right, salute. All right, here we go. Here we go. Little Kim or Foxy?
I think Foxy had the better bars, but Little Kim had the hits.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go with Little Kim
All right.
on that one.
Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood?
Damn, that sucks, dude.
Damn.
Can I say something on that though?
Yeah,
What
go
about
for it.
you
Go
think?
for it. Go for it. Go for it.
So my take on that, right?
Well, who do you pick anyway on that?
See, this is the tough part because it's like,
No, just who you pick, and then explain.
fuck, man.
I already
damn
know
it.
who
All
I'm going
gonna
for.
go.
I go for Menace because
I
it
know,
was
but
more
that's
real.
more hardcore. Yeah, no, but
But
it's-
to
yeah,
me,
but-
Menace was more real.
No, of course, but Boys in the Hood
Boys was
that
like-
was like the John Singleton, like the first.
It was a better
it was just-
produced, technically.
Was it
Ice
just that it was
Cube.
just came out first? So that's where like I have to go like, okay, that was dope. I mean, so it's like, I mean,
But
but I mean, it's
that's-
not
to
like
me-
that's like saying Colors is better than, you know, because that came out first.
I look at it like it's like Goodfellas was like real, and then you had like the flow.
Yeah, it's like American Me versus fucking Blood In, Blood Out.
Yes.
It's like fucking dude, they're gonna shake you in the ass with the fucking Christmas tree shaped shank in fucking American. You know what I mean?
So who we picking, Happy?
You know what? I'm gonna say Menace to Society was more realistic.
What'd you say about my mama?
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Mobb Deep, M.O.P.
Mobb Deep.
Puff Daddy or Dre?
Dr. Dre.
What the, dude, that's
well, hey,
yeah, no,
you
I
never
got
know.
no,
I meant
no, I know, but I
you
get it.
never
No, I
know.
get it. No, because it's like I think
It's
about
too-
it, but then it's
you
like,
know-
no, I get you.
I mean, it's Biggie and like 112.
No,
Bad Boy.
They were both great. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, like Dr. Dre was like, I think his music really stood the
Way
test
more
of time,
hits,
and
too.
there was more customization there when they were working on the songs versus like a lot of the Bad Boy stuff. Some of that stuff was like.
But look at the
loops and
career
all that.
length too, though, bro.
What was the producer squad?
For which one?
Bad Boy.
Easy Mo B.
Oh,
was
yeah,
on one of them.
then
Stevie
J.
B. Yeah, but what they it was like a crew though.
Oh yeah, I mean they were
fucking,
great.
They
had
called
good
themselves
mix
something.
downs.
God damn it,
and
I can't
everything.
even think. But all I know is that Dre, I think the crazy thing is the longevity, because that fool was doing it in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what does it, too, because those classics came before
Yeah, you know, he did the electro
Puffy.
shit. And he
Yeah,
did. I
and-
mean, he had the stages.
All the NWA shit was even, all those banging classics were before Biggie. So that's where it's like Dre's. Oh, that's why I laughed at it. I was just like,
All right, here we go. RZA or Alchemist?
Oh, shit, that's a good one. God damn it.
I'm gonna go with Alchemist on this one.
Ooh.
Here we go.
From
Last
a producer
one.
standpoint. Yeah.
90s or 2000s hip hop?
Well, it's 2021, and I definitely ain't playing any 2000s hip hop in my. I'm listening to a whole lot of 90s again, and whenever I want to make a song with a friend, I'll start off by listening to 90s hip hop just to get the vibe going, and then you start making your song after that because it sets the bar at a certain level. Because I don't know, there's something like to me, the tempo of the song determines how the song is rapped over.
Yes.
Like if you go
The
like
cadence and all that
yeah,
shit.
all that. Like if you go to 75 BPMs, you start getting into the singing double time
no,
rapping,
fucking hate that shit.
the Bone Thugs stuff, and then you go to 90s, you can fit
88 to 96.
you can fit a couple 85 to
That's my shit, bro.
Now you can start doing a little more like
mean, 90s had
fit more
100.
syllables in there and all
No,
that.
of course, like even the 93 to infinities and plus, like what's like
105.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an upper
Yo,
upper
Jay-Z from the chat. Jay-Z
1904.
1904 said Menace had the better soundtrack.
They did.
Oh, for sure. Well,
did.
fuck, dude. You know what? I will say this: they did for sure. But a friendly game of baseball, dude, was on fucking Boys in the Hood, and then the Compton's Most Wanted though. Wake your
Yeah.
punk ass up, like, dude. Oh, that's
But
what
I
I'm saying.
mean,
Like growing up in the hood, like I don't know, man.
To me, Menace was like, just the opening scene.
Yeah, of course.
Says it all. Anyway, let's get back in the mix, and then we're going to switch off.
Yeah, or else we're gonna start talking about movies and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. We got DJ Happy in the building.
Let's
Gia.
go.
It be a $150, your chance of running is empty. Believe it, like a chip slipped in. I'm so on the low and taking Navy SEAL to get me when I surface. If not chips, then vengeance to purpose. On your team, I put a curtain, a beautiful hurting. Till my eyes see the blood, that mean the creeps start working. Cats are never learning, let their eyes keep lurking. Happier, the litters pumping, your X5 murking. Skip off the street, heart skip the beat. Beat, kid, I overcooked that meat. Get no sleep, only rest is in between the blink. My life story was written in blood, permanent ink. Ill instinct, R.I.P. I'm gotta think like that, cause forever I'll be needing them. Playing flawless, mistakes never beating them. Some love me, some hate me, chickens in the head beating them. Cowards wanna ride by the crib all slow. Clap my you want a real rap show. Listen, watch when the blow. Threaten my castle, and in the blink, watch how quick life pass you.
What's wrong with mother? But when they ever learn, keep playing with that fire, and this I get burned. Semi-autos, 1 foot is in the grave. Be giving all of y'all something to be afraid of. What's wrong with mother? But when they ever learn, keep playing with that fire, and this I get burned. Semi-autos, 1 foot is in the grave. Be giving all of y'all something to be afraid of.
$50 on the floor, everybody tell me what you gon' do. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up. While I crack a cold vex and keep the girls in check, the double S best brother, wreck the discotheque. Sit back, relaxing while my squad kick taps. And tap your man back and be like, you see that? Ah, yes. Coming from the north, south, east, west. Hold your nose and take a deep breath. Recess, BP, times a day, 3 times a night. It all equals subliminal sequels. Strictly laughing at MCs. Lyrics for years that run more than 10 deep. Brothers be like, he changed this style up. Shut your mouth up, you're still a rider. It's 96, so get with it. Keep that back in the day when that other squad was hitting. Listen, must we forget, I originated all that wild that round. That jump up and ready to pump it up now. Brick City is where I get down, kid. Peace to all my hustlers on Prince. F what you heard, Brick City run this. CPP always get respect, and Def Squad always got some flush on deck. Say what? Got some flush on deck. Say what? Got some flush on deck. CPP love money and sex, and Def Squad always got some flush on deck. I keep it
verbal spit, Smith Wesson. I unload with 6 spit, the quick wit could split a split second. Bomb with a lit wit expression. You hear it tick tick, then you test it. My saliva and spit, the split thread and the fiber and bit. So trust me, I'm as live as it gets. Everybody claim they're the best and they had the throne since Big is gone. If you ask me, they dead wrong. My flow is hotter than the flash from the click when the hammer slaps the bullet on the ass from the clip. You wind up in a room full of my dogs. I have you feeling like a fire hydrant in a room full of dogs. So come now, get pissed on, shitted on. Tough talk turns to can't we all just get along? You get blazed when the mic's off, shot when it's on. You probably ducked when they laid the gunshot in your song. My gun stutters when it speaks to you. Other shit to repeat to you. Nothing to clip to give a speech to you. Me and Premier, we kinda the same in ways. We both speak with our hands in dangerous ways. Rap now is a circus of clowns. A whole lot of lip from clicks. I probably wrap circles around. I'm the next best to reach a peak, formerly known as the best kept secret. I guess that I just leaked it. Ricket's tragic like the havoc of a nuclear bomb. Voice 5-9. Ricket's tragic like the havoc of a nuclear bomb.
Jalik, yo, wind up your hip. Drafting all the poets, I'm the number 7 pick. Licks, boy, put your backside. Licks, boy, put your backside. Listen to the play, the shy heat, let it glide. Tip the earthly body, heaven's on my side. Even in Santa Domingo, man, I got a gringo. Yo, we got mics, when do we go? Know a little nigga who can rhyme when your ass be short, dark, plus his voice is raspy.
1 for the treble, 2 for the mix. You know my style tip, now watch me rip this. I like my beats harder than 2-day-old shit. Steady eating moody MCs like cheese grits. My man, I'll be sure he's in effect mode. Used to have a crush on doing for men grown. It's not like honey people wanna get with me, or just in case I own more condoms in TLC. Now the formula is just me tipping out. For those who can't count, it goes 1, 2, 3. The anti-big up is who I be. Brothers find it's hard to do, but never me. Some brothers try to diss me. You see him bitching me, not care about them DMC. Should be hitting. Trini Gladiator, anti-hesitator, Shahida push the fader, from here to Grenada, Mr. Energetic, who me sound pathetic. When's the last time you heard a funky diabetic?
I don't know, man, I don't know, man, I don't know, man, I don't know, but they go,
PMD, one time, and the CHU-double-B.
This guy interrupted my story with this beef track by Chubb Rock featuring PMD and fucking Daz Effects. This is the track I battled Rhett and Fat Jack with. This is my shit. So no one plays it. Who gets major props? Straight up.
Steps of Sinai, cause I'm fly. When you're high from the lie, you see me mingled in the sky. The dim light supersedes Ease the street cockfight straight. Hetero sex, but I still dick van your night. From the mind flip, metronome time skid. Who will heist shit? The Brooklyn-based scholar and them niggas past Iceland. And ooh, I curse you with that Fujala voodoo. We do you like Italian deli kid slicing prosciutto. I vibe it like Barbito. The airport, right through Heathrow. Release murder niggas like Ito. Pure hatred, cause he pick who he picked to mate with, then laced it. Bourgeois player two-faced it. Hey, revamp the swing the parlay. How black power went sour. Where's Brother Jade? Where's the pink Cadillacs protected by whatever? The red and the black green hill figure, nigga. Indians wanna protect the lone howling chief, so kids create beef. Beef, beef. Back in the days when we had nothing but beef, at the end you may lose nothing but teeth. That's fine. But nowadays, ex-kids, when they have beef, you might die. Why?
My niggas beef about this, the biggity beef about that. I'm with my soldiers in the rover, never sober. Fuck that, yo, done. I run with wild Brooklyn niggas with gats. Piggity push wigs, backs, and corner spots full of kickity crack. My niggas click back, kid, that's why we hold something. They break your punk ass down just like you stole something. When I rock with Chubb, your block show me love, nigga. What? Got beef, we drawing first. Well, it's the biggity rhyme dropper, the hip hopper. You know the name, I kickity can't explain. My niggas beefing in the game. You see, I nigga never get shocked when a nigga get wet. Chickity talk that shit, I guess you're bound to get hit. The rap zone's now war zone, we fight on sight. We're wiggity wildin' now, proving all these white folks right. We like some crabs in the barrel trying to get on top. The head squad, jump rock, represent hip hop. So
Kill the beef. Back in the days when you had nothing but beef, at the end you may lose nothing but teeth. That's fine. But nowadays, ex-kids, when they have beef, you might die. Why? Beef. Back in the days when you had nothing but beef, at the end you may lose nothing but teeth. That's fine. But nowadays, ex-kids, when they have beef, you might die. Why?
My real name, my rap shit. No made up nigga, I'm straight up nigga. Still
alive from the steps of
Joel Ortiz. My real name, my rap shit. No made up nigga, I'm straight up nigga. Still Joel Ortiz. My real name, my rap shit. No made up nigga, I'm straight up nigga. Still Joel Ortiz. Joel Ortiz. Joel Ortiz. My real name, my rap shit. No made up nigga, I'm straight up nigga. Still in the projects where I came up nigga. On the scaffold doing 10 sets of 10, getting my weight up nigga. I'm no shooter, but my shooters that have your brain exposed. But I'll shoot 5 in a second, homie, and break your nose. Talking past, I'm dead ass. I was living life fast with my pistol in the grass. Digging in my ass, trying to finish up the last so I can sit it in the stash. Old East sweat dripping from the bag. Milk crate sitting on the ab while I'm looking left and right for them niggas with the badge. My mom's dishes really had crack on them. 12-12s and I kept them shit packed for them. Yeah, they came back for them. I can paint it so vivid cause I really lived it. If rap fail, I stack bail and show you how to
I'm in the club, bottle in hand, doing my two-step while I got my gun in my pants, call it the hammer dance. Bitches dancing on a nigga when they feel the gun. I tell them we doing the hammer dance. Two-stepping with my weapon on me. You good? I'm just checking, homie. Family, you don't stand a chance while I got this gun in my pants, doing my hammer dance.
These LA times, I wake up on one house.
We about to switch off in a second, y'all. Hope you're ready for DJ Happy.
The gangsters go dumb, keep a bad bitch naked like my waist with no gun. I'm for real, how you? Got street power from the watchtowers to Howard U. How would you become me? I don't do what you cowards do. Flip 1,000 pounds of that sour D's in an hour, dude. I'm out my motherfucking mind, fuck a punchline. Salute my motherfucking grind. Ditching feds on the regular, they trying to catch a predator. Not the Chris Hansen type, but the Danny Glover kind. I'm a killer. Everybody know I body your audio. When the shotty blow, say goodbye to your body, yo, you mighty cold. You don't think that I'm about this ice grill, nigga? Put your money where your mouth
I'm in the club, bottle in hand, doing my two-step while I got my gun in my pants, call it the hammer dance. Bitches dancing on a nigga when they feel the gun. I tell them we doing the hammer dance. Two-stepping with my weapon on me. You good? I'm just checking, homie. Family, you don't stand a chance while I got this gun in my pants, doing my hammer dance.
Yo, my real name, my rap shit. Fuck with Chase, but the real bank is the mattress. Money ain't new to me. Been getting G-Stack once. Since Smooth B took his shorty back from rehab. Knife work with me, but the chrome is extra. Case I'm in the same taxi as the bone collector. Y'all rapping about models, I get hounded by them. Not a killer at all, I'm just surrounded by them. Just a real nigga, straight from my mother's stomach. Ain't enough cloth for all of us to be cut from it. Not decided by who totes lead, cause all of us to be angels for Pujols bread. Lot of hostility, hollering is killing me. Screaming over my dead body like it's not a possibility.
On my Jersey bullshit, never mind me. But if it's ever problems, niggas know where to find me.
I'm in the club, bottle in hand, doing my two-step while I got my gun in my pants, call it the hammer dance. Bitches dancing on a nigga when they feel the gun. I tell them we doing the hammer dance. Two-stepping with my weapon on me. You good? I'm just checking on me. Family, you don't stand a chance while I got this gun in my pants, doing my hammer dance. Hammer dance, hammer dance, hammer dance, hammer dance, hammer dance.
The most violent of the violent crimes we give life to. If these Queensbridge kids don't like you, we bring drama, the worst kind of enemies. Your first time will be your last earth memories. It's only your own fault. I gave you fair warning. Beware of killer kids who don't care. Unaware fool who be dealt with in time. It ain't a mystery in how from the words and rhyme in 1990 square. All shook niggas is supposed to have fear. Trying to get a piece of this pie we don't share. Prepare for the worst cause I've been there. Try to keep a positive mind and walk a straight line don't work. So niggas is forced to do dirt. And God made dirt so this dirt won't hurt. If I listen to the lessons and the rules I learned on these streets for 19 years and not leaving. My first priority is to reach 21 breathing. Forever beef, nobody will ever be even. So I grab the heat before breezing. Lost in this foul mind state, I can't keep straight thinking. But I keep my eyes on the earth without blinking. It's hard to be a man in this land of the venom. Any man try to front, he gets slugs in him because he ain't a crook, son. He just a shook one. We live the life that of diamonds and guns. In numerous ways that we choose to earn funds. Some niggas get shot, locked down, and turn guns. Cowardly hearts and straight up shook ones. He ain't a crook, son. He just a shook one. For every rhyme I write, it's 25 to life. To all my peoples in the bridge, know what I'm talking about, right? Ain't no time for hesitation. That only leads to incarceration. You don't know me, there's no relation. Cause Queens niggas don't play. I don't got time for the he say, she say. I'm bigger than that. Claiming that you pack a gap, but you're scared to get locked. Once you get upon the island, change your ways and stop. 13 years in the projects, a hard times to live in. Wake up in the morning, thank God I'm still living. Sometimes I wonder, do I deserve to live? Or am I gonna burn to hell for all the shit I did? No time to dwell on that, cause my brain reacts. Front if you want, nigga, lay on your back. I don't fake jack shit, you know I bring it to you live. Stay in a child's place, criminal minds thirsty for recognition mission. I'm strictly sipping, eating J like got my mind flipping. I'm bugging, digging my ways out of hoes by hustling. Get that loot, kid, you know my motherfucking function. Cause long as I'm alive, I'ma live illegal. And once I get on, I'ma put on all my peoples. React critics, but lyrics like Max, I hit your dome up. When I roll up, don't be caught sleeping, cause I'm creeping. You just a shook one. We live the life that of diamonds and guns. In numerous ways that we choose to earn funds. Some niggas get shot, locked down, and turn guns. Cowardly hearts and straight up shook ones. He ain't a crook, son. He just a shook one. We live the life that of diamonds and guns. In numerous ways that we choose to earn funds. Some niggas get shot, locked down, and turn nuns. Cowardly hearts and straight up shook ones. He ain't a crook, son. He's just a shook one.
Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. We are actually in the middle of switching out DJ who just murdered it right now for like the last, hour and a half, almost, about an hour and 15. No, shit, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Now we got DJ Happy. As you can see, his little happy fingers on the screen right now. He's going to be doing some cuts, on vinyl. He's going to be doing some mixing. Oh, shit. You all set, brother? Let's get some sound check on the controller right now. Let's see. Perfect. All right, so Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. We got DJ Happy in the mix. Gia.
I reminisce for a spell, or shall I say think back 22 years ago to keep it on track. The birth of a child on the 8th of October. A toast, but my granddaddy came sober. Count all the fingers and the toes, now I suppose you hope the little black boy grows. 18 years younger than my mama, but I really got beatings cause the girl loved trauma. In single parenthood, there I stood. By the time she was 21, had another one. This one's a girl, let's name her Pam. Same father as the first, but you don't give a damn. Irresponsible, plain not thinking. Papa said chill, but the brother keep winking. Still he won't down you or tear out your hide. On your side while the baby make a slide. But mama got wise to the game. The youngest of 5 kids, hun, here it is. After 10 years without no spouse, mama's getting married in the house. Listen, positive over negative for the woman a master. Mother queens rise in the chapter. Deja vu, tell you what I'm gonna do.
Good to the woods, so the people give you some of that reacting to the facts that I kick in a stick, in a stay around, point to the joint, put the Buddha down. Don't get to the roots and giving it up, so turn it loose. Then again, I got a story that's harder than a hardcore course of the Holocaust. I'm talking about the what's still going on. I know where from that dumb bitty dumb from the base motherland, the place of the drum, invaded by the whack to the whack. It fooled the black, it left us faded. King and Chief probably had a big beef because of that. Now I grit my and a smile that went along with that. Get trusted. Get trusted. No. Get trusted. No. Get trusted. No. Get trusted. Straight out of Compton is a crazy brother named Ice Cube from the stupid dope gang with an attitude. When I'm caught off, I got a sword off.
This is for all the little 10-year-olds out there listening when you're not supposed to.
That's how I'm going out. For the sucker duck brothers that's showing out. Songs about to mumble. They want to rumble. Mix 'em and cook 'em in a pot like gumbo. Going off on everybody like that. With bass, that's dropping in your face. So give it up smooth. Ain't no telling when I'm down for a jack move. Here's a murder rap to keep you dancing. With a crime record like Charles Manson. Yo, Dre, what's the sound of my tool? Now you know that I'm about to act a fool. Me and you can go toe to toe, no mate. I'm knocking suckers out the box daily. Yo, weekly, monthly, and yearly. Until the whole damn world see clearly that I'm down with the capital CBT. Boy, you can't step to me. So when I'm in your neighborhood, you better duck down. Cause Ice Cube, a damn so get him down. As I leave, believe I'm stomping. But when I come back, boy, I'm coming straight out of Compton.
Let's get up, let's get down. Roll with the hardcore funk, the hardcore sound. Let's get with this Macadocious funk material, so simple. When I rock with the instrumental, who am I?
Indeed, the green-eyed bandit.
Control my career so I can never get stranded. But the rest are getting brand new, being changed up their style from jeans to suits and thinking about a pop record. Something made for the station, for a whole new relationship of a new type of scene to go platinum and clock mad green, aka a sellout. The rap definition. Get off that boy, change your mission. Come back around the block. Pump color me bad to the tick tock. Let them know your logo. It's not a black thing. My background sing for the crossover.
What's up, black sheep? No, not who I am or when I'm coming, so you sleep.
love, but love's got a thin line. The pun's got a big nine. Respect crime, but not when it reflect mine. The shit I'm on is wrong, but it lasts long. When the fast one upon to wake up with the stash going, I'm mad strong and my cream is fast. Smoke the greenest grass, my got the meanest ass and it tastes legit. I don't have to waste a whole case of Chris. All it takes is my pretty face and my gangster wit. Lace the click, cause we all share. It's all fair, like love and war, thug galore with the long hair. Big pun, the name that makes the kids run. Like smell the bird and reverse and I never ran on.
Come on up, whoa. Suckers wanna flow, but they got no show. So I'ma grab the mic, flip, believe the stun. Buckshots the one that gets the job done. Mic check, I get paid to wreck your set. Get ready, can check, cause I'm a threat to your fret. No host bar, incomplete move fakers. That's the way the back of watch a girl, I might take her. If she's a trap, I'ma diss her then slide. If she try to rip, I got my Smith on my side. Word to God, here I come to make way. Rugged and raw, killing your set every day. Microphone check, 1, 2, here we go. And I'ma let you know who got the flow. Spitting my verbs like an automatic weapon. Suckers keep stepping, cause I'ma let you know.
Shyness, your highness is performing. Look how long the line is. That's what happened. You make shit that's timeless. That's what happened. These rappers is the pioneers. What do it take to be a legend like Nas is? Not so novice. I'm so polished. I got a right to be a little bit snobbish. I did a little bit of college semesters. It took 2 like ride bass to let me figure out this wasn't my place. The beat's slow till you listen to my pace. Cause I be killing shit, but that's evident. And y'all feeling it, but I expected it. If it's classic, it's gon' last forever. Then I'm everywhere you never been and better than I ever been.
Classic.
Live straight classic.
I'm better than I ever been.
Times. I'm everywhere you never been and better than I ever been.
Classic.
Live straight classic.
I'm better than I ever been.
Hold the fort down, represent to the fullest. Nas, I rock well.
Perseverance. See the fake hustler rapper, tit up and hurts to hear this. Oh, you went platinum, yeah, that's nice. Now let me see it do the same thing.
Microphone checker, swinging sword lecture, closing down the sector, supreme neck protector. Better want him, kid, Mr. Mepsa. Ballin' pop, about to blow his lid from the pressure. Too hot for TV, for cheesy. Too many wanna be Harvey Easy. It's all in together, going all out together. It don't take much to please me. Still, homes are never satisfied like the Stones. We don't condone writing, see them selling crossbones. Protecting what I'm writing, don't clash with the Titan who blast with a license to kill rap recitants. Come on, in the zone with your nigga from the group home to Cal.
Fuck your lifestyle.
Put your lights out, get this shit to crackin', got you feeling with your pipes out. Time for some action. Surfing the avenue, mad at you. Where I used the battle crew, back when Antoinette had that attitude. Cover me, I'm blowing it. Walls closing in. Got us busting off these pistols. My niggas got issues again. Same song, all with the mega.
Relax your mind, let your conscience be free and get down to the sounds of your PMD. But you should keep quiet while the MC rap. But if you tired, then go take a nap. Or stay awake and watch the show I take. Because right now, I'm about to shake and bake. The E-I-C-K is my name I spell. Thanks to the clientele, yo, I rock well. I'm not an MC who talking all that junk about who can beat who. Sound like a punk. I just get down and I go for mine. Say check 1, 2, and run down the line.
To the average MC, I'm known as the Terminator, funky beat maker, new jack exterminator, destroying employee. When your rhymes are not void, never sweating your girl YP, cause she's a schizoid. When I'm on the scene, I always rock the spot. I grab the steel with the crown on top. In the beginning, I like to let my rhymes flow. And at 12, I press cruise control. Sit back and relax, let my rhymes tax. Maintain them C's while the doubly max. Always calm under pressure, no need to act ill. Listen when I tell you, boy, you got to
bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delaying to what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that'll slap you with the tulio. Real shook, scared to death, act fruity, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie.
I originate. Yeah. Let's go. Turn it up. Introducing world famous beat junkie.
Here's the sound and substance of the world's hottest entertainment.
Yeah.
Let's talk for a moment.
I got my mans with me.
Get up, and rock the hump, and knock throughout the atmosphere. This rap here's something that I felt in the moment of truth. Opponents in the booth, inspired, cause what I write is fire like roof. They say that I'm as hot as the block is. I say that I'm as cold as the dark is. Knock shit in the cut, trying to get my nigga in the gut. He rolled by, hold his stony up, poking his chest like Cody Nut. Smoking the set.
This is live, people. Just so you know, this is live shit. Fuck mishaps. Fuck the police, too.
Fuck the motherfucking and the government.
Yeah.
For real. And see, now we got these fake cops. They thought he had a gun. Made a mistake, cops. I hate cops. Turn on the TV. Is this another cop busted from illegal business? They out of control. They out of their minds. They pulling you over. They hopping inside. Just know you got drugs and know you got guns. And they know when they mad when they can't find none. Stupid. Don't you know they have been at the stash box? The he be in and need a key to get in it. And the offended people suck my balls. All y'all off the wall get stupid, dog. Don't hold back. Don't let go. Don't say damn. Just say whoa.
Police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. And not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority. Fuck that shit cause I ain't the one for a punk motherfucker with a badge and a gun.
This is what happens when you party 1, 2, 3, y'all.
Selling narcotics. You rather see me in the pen than me and Lorenzo rolling in a benzo. Be the police out of shape, and when I finish, bring the yellow tape to tape off the scene of the slaughter. Still getting swole up bread and water. I don't know if they fags or what. Search a nigga down and grabbing his nuts, and on the other hand, without a gun they can't get none. But don't let it be a black and a white one, cause they'll slam you down to the street top. Black police showing out.
Shout out to Cutwater one more time, Cutwater. Shout out to Cutwater. Joe. Shout out to Cutwater for lacing us up. Good looking out.
Thinking of a master plan. Cause ain't nothing but sweat inside my hands. So I dig into my pocket, all my money spent. So I go deeper, but still coming up with lint. So I start my mission, leave my residence. Thinking how could I get some dead presidents? I need money. I used to be a stick-up kid, so I think of all the devious things I did. I used to roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. I used to roll up, roll up, roll up, I used to roll up, roll up.
Check it out, you got me mesmerized. With your black hair and your fat ass style. Street poetry is my everyday. But yo, I gotta stop when you drop my weight. If I was working at the club, you would not pay. Hey yo, my man Fife Diggy, he got something to say.
I like him brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. Name is Fife Dog from the Zulu Nation. Join you in the jam that we can get down. Now let's knock the roots like the group H-Town. You got BBD all on your bedroom wall. But I'm above the rim and this is how I ball. A gritty little something on the New York street. This is how I represent over this here beat. Talking about you.
Yo, I took you out, but sex was on my mind for the whole damn route. My mind was in a frenzy in a horny state, but I couldn't drop dimes cause you couldn't relate. You let yourself go, he said. You couldn't relate. You let yourself go, he said. You couldn't relate. You let yourself go, he said. To him. 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 Stretch out your legs, let me make you fall. Drive you insane, drive you up the wall. Staring at your own piece, very strong.
We on the road to chill. With my man, watching every piece through the mic in their hand. MC, me, we on the road to chill. With my man, watching every piece through the mic in their hand. San Fran, St. John.
People give you ear, so I be sublime. It's enjoyable to know you in the concubines. Take off your coats, ladies act like gems. Sit down, Indian styles, you recite these hymns. See, lyrically, I'm Mario Andretti on the Momo. Ludicrously speedy or infectious with the slow-mo. Heard me in the 80s, JB's on the promo. And I never end the quest to get the paper on the caper. But now, let me take it to the Queen side. I'm taking it to Brooklyn side. All the residential questions who invade the eight. Hold up a second, son, cause we almost did.
Take this, for example, young brothers want rep, cause in the life they're living, you can't have step. It starts with the young ones doing crimes for fun. And if you ain't down, you'll get played out, son. So let's get a car, you know I fly with. Get a dent, pull a screwdriver, and be off quick with the dope ride, yeah, and a rowdy crew. We can bag us a Benz and an Audi too. Even a Jeep or van, goddamn, we're getting ours, yo. Take a trip up the strip and be like stars, so it doesn't matter if the cops be scoping. They can't do jack, that's why a young brother's hoping to do anything, anywhere, any place. Buck wild in another court case, it's the code of the streets. They might say that we're a menace to society, but at the same time I say, why is it me? Am I the target for destruction? What about the system and total corruption? I can't work at no fast food joint, I got some talent, so don't you get my point? I'll organize some brothers and get crazy loot, selling D-R-U-G-S's and clocking dollars true. Cause de facto, yo, that suits me fine. I gotta have it so I can leave behind the mad poverty, never have it, always need it. If a sucker steps up, then I leave him bleeding. I gotta get mine, I can't take no shorts. And while I'm selling, here's a flash report. Organized crime, they get theirs on the down low. Here's the ticket, wanna bet on a horse show?
Hey, 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 what you say? Get this money. If they say, what you gon' do today? Just say, hey, I wanna get paid. Hey, 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 what you say? Get this money. If they say, what you gon' do today? Just say, hey, I wanna get paid. Hey, 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 hey. We dedicate this to these people out here getting banged. Where the pursuit of the money is reality. Never phone on a click that you can't evaluate. See, I got things out here I need to situate. I got a fresh ass car with some gloss paint. People walking down the street to their feet stain. I got accountants out here handling big things. As I sit into the crib with the sachet. And we're rolling with the shot with the big tank. Don't get mad cause I'm doing things you just can't. Hey, 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 what you say? Get this money. If they say, what you gon' do today? Just say, hey, I wanna get paid. Hey, 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 hey.
My man, be funky. You know what I'm saying? Funky. All the cars out there and all the brothers. I like the front they ride. Check it out. You know it's funky, 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 cause you heard it from hearsay. A jam that you love that don't be getting no airplay. Strictly for frontin' when you're riding around. 12 o'clock at night with your windows down. Headlights blinking cause your battery's drained. Armor roll on your tires and a big gold chain. Parking outside all the hip-hop spots. Push the EQ and play connect the dots. Leaning to the side, people everywhere. The trunk full of amps, ain't no room for a spare. Big beats bumping with the bass in back. All the sophisticated suckers catch a heart attack. Cause they don't understand why I act this way. Pumping up the funky beat until the break of day. It's because I want attention when I ride by. And the girl on my jock cause my system's fly. Just front.
Now let's get it all in perspective. For all y'all enjoyment, a song y'all can step with. Y'all appointed me to bring rap justice, but I ain't 5-0, y'all know it's Nas, yo. Grey Goose and a whole lot of hydro. Only describe us as soldier survivors. Stay laced in the best, well dressed with finesse in the white tee, looking for wifey. Thug girl who fly and talk so nicely. Put her in the coupe so she can feel the nice breeze. We can drive through the city, no doubt, but don't say my car's topless. Say the G, this is out. Newness, here's the anthem. Put your hand up that you wish with, count your loot with. Push the pool stick in your new crib, same hand that you hoop with. Swing around like you stupid. King of the town, yeah, I've been that. You know I click clack, where you and your men's at. Through the Smurf, through the WAP baseball bat. Rooftop like we bringing 80.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. Stand clear, gunman attack. You can't stand where I stand, you can't walk where I walk. Watch out, we run New York. Policeman come, we bust him out the clock. I know this for a fact, you don't like how I act. You came up selling crack, but you be doing that. I'd rather say see ya, cause I would never be ya. Be your officer, you wicked overseer. You hot shot, wanna get props and be a savior. First show a little respect, change your behavior. Change your attitude, change your plan. There could never really be justice or stolen.
The question remains, which MCs will reign? Which ones will gain? How many suckers will feel pain?
Ask yourself the same question.
Phrases I spit like slugs after I sip from my mug. Life is bug, the baseline groove is my drug. Now that you feel me, you'll hear some advice. All you foul niggas gonna pay the fucking price. So take that phony hardcore look off your grill, cause I'll be stopping you still with the intent to kill. This is a battle rhyme in case you haven't noticed. You get replaced, you get demoted. I give chumps cranium lumps just like Louisville. I stand tall, just like the Catskill Mountains. Praying like a cougar ready to pounce it. Denouncing all the unrealistic fake gangsters, fake mystics. So let me make this specific. You're nowhere near us, the original gifted. Lines get twisted, brain cells dissolve. As the world revolves, whack crews lick my balls. They can't deal with the realism. When they go for the mic, they better bring their steel with them. They're gonna need crazy help when I get down for mine, murdering suckers for delf.
Ask yourself the same question.
The question remains, which MCs will reign? Which ones will gain? How many suckers will feel pain?
Ask yourself the same question. Yeah. So to all the killers and the $100 billers. For real niggas who ain't got no feelings. Check it out now. I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. The mob comes equipped for warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those who wanna profile and pose. Rock you in your face, stab your brain with your nose bone. You all alone in these streets, cousin. Every man for theyself in his land, we be gunning. And keep them shook crews running like they supposed to. They come around, but they never come close to. I can see it inside your face, you're in the wrong place. Cowards like you just get their whole body laced up with bullet holes and such. Speak the wrong words, man, and you will get touched. You could put your whole army against my team, and I guarantee you it'll be your very last time breathing. Your simple words just don't move me. You're minor, we major. You all up in the game and don't deserve to be a player. Don't make me have to call your name out. We crew is featherweight. My gunshots will make you levitate. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. Another nigga deceased, another story gets told. It ain't nothing really. And yo, done sparked that Philly.
Yeah, you pronounce my name, Harley. Any questions? I bring many blessings with my man High Tech, and he from the Natty. We make the sky crack, feel the fly track. Get your hands up like a hijack, fists in the air for Harley. Keep them there like natural mystic or smoke when the spliff's lit. It's a revolutionary. They ask me what I'm writing for. I'm writing to show you what we fighting for. Say Talib and Talib. If it's hard, try spelling it phonetically. If not, then just let it be like Nina Simone. You probably don't listen, B. Even when we suffer losses, I count the victory. Sometimes it's far in between. I'm sad to say you got my brain crowded like sunset on a Saturday. I know my son wept cause his dad's away. Stop crying, be strong for your mama is what I had to say to my little man named Imani.
DJ Happy, Who's Music Radio, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m., y'all.
It's got to be the man hot tech, quality, who make you rock your body. Start the party, my crew hot, feel these two shots like a blast from a double barrel shot. It's got to be the man hot tech, quality.
Reminisce back when I was only a child, back in the days of living carefree lifestyles. Well, long as we wasn't caught, being bad was cool, and we was never at a loss for something to get into. Chilling in the neighborhood, down at the park, sunny days when we played at the old school yard, where kicking it live was a familiar scene. Kenny M and Big Gene know what I mean. But nowadays it seems like just ain't the same. Everybody's involved in the game or a gang, and when we die, it seems like nobody cares. It ain't no love in they cold-hearted stares. Thinking of payback, I'm making a hit. Now cowboys and Indians become real life shit, and life means nothing when the heart is cold. It ain't the same as the days are old. Yeah. It ain't the same as the days are old.
Just like Jake the Snake. Actually, we don't participate, but if you do, then I'ma see you at your weight. Don't let the drama fluctuate. I don't want it, I got it. We cook steaks. Now what would we be at if we let you do that? We'd probably be laying on our backs. Talking this and that. You want you playing? Your shit was whack. I never would play myself out like that, but I guess that's where you at.
And I'ma play this game for you. What I'm gonna do is like call out your whole crew, cause your crew likes to bite us. Y'all stick to freestyling, cause y'all ain't no writers trying to be something. They can't play the game, see ya. Sound the same and you claim to be something you ain't or won't be without SV. Y'all need to be smacked, open hands.
I could give a fuck about this shit. You all up in my face over some whole shit. Just come out. You wanna be with my clique? You must know, really, how wild I get. When I walk in the place saying yes, yes. There's some people who really wanna see the S. Personally, I could give a fuck less. Check your lady, she's a groupie hoe. Opening her coochie hoe. Fuck that hoe, out of unidevote. When you front, it's inspiration though. You.
Yo. You wanna be something? You can't play this game. You sound the same man you claim to be something you ain't and won't be without SB. That's right. Y'all need to be smacked, open hands, and lead by these.
Oh man.
Check.
Oh man.
Get it?
No one got that, dude? Yeah,
Lower
who's yelling at Happy right now,
lower
guys?
that booth a little bit. The booth monitor.
Happy's getting chastised by
check
by who right
Music
now?
Radio Wednesday night.
It's
Yo, I
folded.
want to know when and what date did you get that sweat?
The sweater?
The one that you found in the
Yeah.
back of your closet.
Yeah, the back.
In
Like,
the
how
way,
did you-
way
how did
back
you
by
get
the
that?
funky socks.
I feel like most Def just threw it at you on the radio.
No, I had it sent to me from Rockets. I just don't remember the year.
Nice.
Oh, shit,
It
that
came in
is-
the mail. I remember that. 'Cause, I mean, look, it's a XXL.
Oh, so you're gonna give it to me?
This is
Tight, dude. That's what I'm
during
talking
that-
about.
that
You
era
guys
when
heard it
everyone
here
wore
first.
baggy.
No Indian givers. I was fucking with you, doggy. But yeah. So, what year do you think they sent that to you?
Oh man, this is probably late '90s, early 2000s.
Oh, really? So it was like late. Okay, I was thinking like 90 something.
Yo, that Ruckus shit was dope.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a good run.
Yeah, really good, bro.
And so, what do you?
Yo, I got a question. How did you come up with Happy?
It was my breakdancing name. In high
Really?
school. Yeah, because I used to be one of those guys that was like smiling while I was dancing. And then this girl named Tan, we were in art class, and I made this paper mache happy face. I still have it on my wall.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's dope.
And she goes, you know, that kind of fits your breakdancing thing, a happy thing. I never liked the name. I
Never?
tried to change it several times, but it was just like once it's stuck,
Yeah.
you're kind of like, okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Do you
fuck
remember?
on with it.
Do you
But-
remember your earlier names that you were trying to?
Oh, I was trying to think of like comic book names and stuff, you know.
Like
but-
what though? Like
oh, like DJ Action or some shit. Like I was just trying to
Green
think of
Lantern.
like, random names, you know. But I realized it doesn't really matter what the name is; it's what you do with it, you know. And so I just ran with it.
And you just flipped it, obviously.
Yeah, and to this day, I'll try to introduce myself as my first name.
Yeah.
You know, like, nah, bro. No,
Yeah.
you're happy, man.
Yeah, don't give me your government. Don't give me your government name.
Yeah, don't give me that name, man.
Hey, but so what were like real quick back to your dancing? Like, so how long did you start and you know how long did it last your dancing career? Is that
man? Sorry, I had to rewind the track.
It's all good, brother.
Yeah, I think I danced for like 5 or 6 years. It was from like middle school through high school.
Shit. So what was like your power combo, or at least like
Oh,
some
man,
like what
I
was
was
your
like-
hardest move that you knew?
Power combo.
Like that
I think the windmill to like a handspin and that was as good as I got. And then-
Okay.
but I knew like when I see the freestyle session videos,
Bro,
like that
yeah.
came out shortly after all that. I remember being at the first freestyle session here in San Diego. I was like scratching at with the DJs that day. I remember seeing
yes,
like
you
these
were with
break
us.
dancers. But I remember just standing there getting a front row seat of these break dancers at freestyle session #1, and there were these dudes from like Japan and all that, and I was
Yep.
like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm glad I stopped
Yeah.
dancing because I would not be able to hang with these guys, you know?
Nah, dude. I mean,
This is the top tier. I'm good being on the bottom tier and ducking out here.
Do you remember Ryan, dude? Reville?
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
that dude. I remember watching this kid. He was like 16, and this dude could fucking freeze, dude. His freezes.
Yeah.
Fucking like speechless, bro. Like his shit, the shit he was doing back then, man. Like I got we did a show. It was Icons, and then it was Orko, Scribe Sayer, like a bunch of people, dude. And then they hired us to also DJ. So it was me, Bernard, HOP, and Mike Check. And so we did a showcase, and so we got to see all these battles, and dude, we got to see like Crumbs versus Iron Monkey.
Yeah.
We saw so much shit, dude. So like, I mean, just seeing Ryan, like San Diego represented, and this was in Arizona, and so they had all these SD artists perform, and then on top of it, the crew that won the whole fucking battle, dude, was out of Dago.
Really?
Yeah, and it was they ended up like it was all different. Like they did an all-star, so it was like Reveal, I want to say Vietnam, Cujo. I know I'm forgetting 2 other cats, and I remember they formed Dirty Diapers. And that's
That
what
was
they were
their
called.
crew name?
That was their crew name
Oh,
for that event was Dirty Diapers, bro. And
damn.
they killed it, bro. It was dope.
Oh man.
And I have the VHS. We transferred it to DVD, and then I just talked to the dude. He's actually gonna be next week at Freestyle Session in LA.
Yeah.
And he said he has a digital copy of it. And there's actually footage of me flipping out on stage against Orko and Adam 12 over some funny shit.
Wow.
So I'll save that for when that comes out.
You know, it's weird. I'm at this. I mean, you know, we were talking about how we're at the 100,000 mile mark in our lives now, where we have to, you know, keep up with the maintenance and all that.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I was-
for sure.
There was a thought in my head. I mean, like, I was like, you know, it would be good to relearn some of those breakdance moves at this age and
Oh,
try to
shit,
do it,
dude, that's tight.
And my kids are at the age where they might, like, they're at the age where when I started dancing right now,
Okay.
they have no interest in
How old
it,
are your
but-
kids, real quick?
My oldest is 13.
Really?
And my youngest is 10. And so
Wow,
I'm just
bro.
like, okay, you know, they're at that age where they're going to start kind of getting into something at this point. They're going to be addicted to something in life. You can either do crime or you could be video games or do something that's legal, breakdancing, music, whatever. But you're going to be addicted to something in life. Pick
Yeah.
something that's good for you, right? And so for me, it was breakdancing. It kept me in shape at the time, and it kept me at home practicing with music, and it was a good vibe for a kid, a teenager. to
Yeah,
stay
kept
out
you
of
off the
trouble.
streets too, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and so I look back now and I go, you know what? In some ways, like as cliche as it sounded, the whole hip hop culture kind of saved my life because I was introduced to people, like-minded people that were also into what I was into. So I was able to stay away from the crime and all that as a little kid, you know. And so I look back now and I go, you know, I don't regret none of that. I
Oh,
loved
yeah.
walking.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, we used to walk to Mira Mesa Rec Center with the linoleum, and we would just practice dancing
Yeah, that's
right
so
there,
dope.
man.
Shit.
You know, and I was trying to learn like the front tuck, which is like a front flip with no hands and all that. We were all practicing all those moves right in the grass.
Any
there, you know?
crazy injuries?
Oh man, I don't know. I'd landed my back a couple times, and my grandma, who used to live with me at the time, she was like, "Why do you keep doing this?" You know, like
Yeah.
with the bruises on my knees and
Yeah.
everything. And I'm like, but I love it.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like, but you don't know my combos, Granny.
Yeah, Grandma, you wouldn't understand. And then, but one day I was watching Beat Street and she walked out, and I remember she sat there and saw the battle scene with me.
Oh, that's the best,
And
bro.
it was the first time she saw anything like that, and she goes, "Oh, that's what you're trying to do." She's like, "Wow, that
Yeah.
was cool."
Oh,
you
see,
know?
now there you go. And that's another thing. What was like the movies that you like grew up that like
man,
made you want to dance?
Break-In, Beat Street. There was even I remember even in Juice there was the DJ battle scene that really introduced me to the whole how it all kind of went down in a way.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
I'm saying
so-
no. I'm talking about dancing
Oh,
though. Like
dancing,
yeah,
just
like
dancing. Yeah.
like you grew
There
up.
was this other one. It was like a B movie. I can't remember. Body Rock. I was
Oh,
watching that
shit.
one.
Are you serious? We had the
I bought
soundtrack,
that
I
at the
think.
swap meet one day. I saw
Dude,
that
that's
cover
a-
and I was like, I never heard of this,
Yeah.
but it has dancing. Oh, they look like they
Yeah.
break dance. Let's get
Here's the
Yeah.
worst, bro. Did you ever hear of a movie called Fast Forward, dude?
No, I did not.
Dude, it's
No.
the most cheesiest shit ever. And then like it's like
80s?
And I'm not trying to sound racist and shit, but it's like white people like going into like the Juilliard or some shit, and then like all of a sudden like, but we could dance and rap and pop and all this shit. And you're like, what? But I mean,
That's
as a
Breaking',
kid,
though, isn't it? Breaking' was like
well,
that.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it was worse than that. It was like
Okay,
1,000 times. It was like Flashdance, but a breaking kind
Aw,
of.
man.
And it was just like, I mean, but even Flashdance had that dope ass scene though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but like that shit was dope. Yeah, so I mean, there's just some funny ass movies back there, but I remember Fast Forward was fucking cheese, bro.
So, before we get into the last mix, so are you doing any production right now?
Yeah, I actually the very last thing I did was
DMX
for Lunar Heights, featuring the Far Side or some members of the Far Side.
Oh, that's right. Shit, we did.
I just remixed one of their songs. I actually got the vocals.
Studio vocals, nice.
I got the vocals, and then I like within 30 minutes I added like my own beat behind it.
Nice.
And then I uploaded it and I tagged them in it like, yo, check it out.
Say.
It was like the very first. I didn't even test it in the car yet. I literally just bounced it and went, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
You know? Posted it on SoundCloud, and I shared the link to some of the members, and they were just like, yo, this is dope, you know? And
Nice,
so,
hell yeah.
And that's how that all went down. And so sometimes it's spontaneous, and, you know, it was like just a split-second decision, like, you know what, I'm going to remix this. You know, and so over the years, I kind of developed like a couple like tricks of the trade in doing this stuff, just to get the vocals to match the melodies and things like that, and then the mix downs and all that. That all came from trial and error, and I was able to put that thing together in like 30 minutes. That
That's
remix.
so dope,
and so
man.
when you hear it, that was just a couple days ago.
And where can people hear that?
It's on SoundCloud. It's also on my Instagram. It's DJ HAPPEE. It's on there. It's like the second post or something like that.
And are you like still in the studio to this day right now? Like
To this day, yeah. I just
shit? Are you more like a studio rat?
I'm a studio rat now.
Nice.
Straight up. Like I don't go out to the clubs. I don't really get out anymore. I just make songs and remixes and I upload them and then that's it. You
So
know?
original songs and remixes.
Both, yes.
Nice.
And have any of your remixes or any of the tracks you produce, have they ever been on there?
You know, I actually did. There was this Sade remix I did. I did two actually.
Nice.
Can't go wrong.
What
with
songs?
Sade.
Yeah, because Sade.
It's Kiss of Life.
Ooh.
And God, I cannot think about the first one right now. Anyway, it'll come to me. But yeah, I posted it, and then I remember in the UK on Rinse FM, a DJ out there, DJ Complexion, he played it, and I remember that the second one broke in the UK, and I remember just getting. I didn't even know it had made the show at first.
Nice.
I just started getting messages from random people like, "Yo, this is dope" or whatever, and I'm like, "What are they talking about?"
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's the Sade remix. Oh yeah, that's me.
Damn, that's so awesome, bro.
Good,
So,
though.
but you know,
That's
like it's the internet age. You know, it's like anything you do can kind of cross the pond over there and go around the world nowadays.
No, but it's just dope because
But
you
yeah.
made it like your skills were over the air, and then now your production can be said that it was over the air as well. You
That's
know
where
what
my love is right at the moment. That's my last. I think that's like my last goal. I think I've achieved a lot of things that I set out to do in my life, but the one thing I want to do now is just do more production
Nice.
related stuff, and you know that's my next goal right now. Is to focus more on that. It's because like when I was on the radio, I didn't have as much time. You know, I had like 2 radio stations and two or three different shows that I had to do. You know, and so it's like it never really gave me a whole lot of time to sit and experiment and do all that. But now that I'm out of the radio game. It's like it's giving me a lot more, with that same work ethic. You're like, you could wake up at 5 a.m. and you're like, I'm gonna make 2 beats right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make something, because you know your kid's gonna be up in about an hour. Got X amount of time to like work on stuff. So, in the mornings I'll either practice scratching, or I'll make some beats. I'll remix something, but I'll do something musical in the morning.
Nice.
To start my day off.
And are you more like hip hop music or electronic, or what type of production?
I've actually I've actually done a little bit of everything at this point. Like
Nice.
I've experimented with everything, I should say.
Nice.
But it's
What do you
always going to be
prefer?
hip hop. It's always going to be hip hop. It's the one genre that kind of stood the test of time.
Yeah.
I mean, like tonight I was playing stuff from the 90s. How many songs today are going to be played in 20, 30 years?
That's
There's only probably very few that will actually make it, but
Test the
most
time.
probably won't. Will there ever be a radio station that's dedicated to a certain genre from today? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the songs
I think
today
we
churn
might
and
make
burn,
it to the
you know?
AM station, dude, in like 20 years.
I
or
think
something.
there
I'm
will
just
be.
saying, or
No,
a
just fucking around.
internet
It'll be
station,
like
yeah.
contemporary
Yeah.
hip hop.
Yeah.
It'll be like all 90s.
But it was so dope. You played Paris, dude. Days of Old. No one fucking plays that.
You
I
know,
heard you
that-
play.
that
I was like,
one's,
dude, that was so, I almost thought you were playing Curious George. When you were mixing it in, and I was like, yo, what do you know about Curious George? I'm all beat nuts, this, that. Then all of a sudden I hear Paris. I'm like, oh, she's playing Paris.
Yeah, I fucked up a few times.
Nah,
but I
who gives a
think
shit,
I was
dude?
just having fun.
Dude, wait till you start scratching, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, I better not say anything ever again about this guy."
Yeah.
And which I hope you're gonna get into some cutting, dude.
Yeah,
right?
we got 10 more minutes.
Yeah, you
for the
better
show.
fucking scratch, dude. I
Should
swear
we
to
just throw
God,
on a
dude.
beat real quick or something?
Yeah, just throwing it. We'll let everybody know where everybody can find you on all your socials.
Oh, all of my socials. I'm just on DJ HAPPEE. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. I think I'm even on TikTok. now.
Friendster.
Friendster, MySpace.
Yeah.
Asian
Dope.
Avenue.
Hell
All
yeah.
of that.
LimeWire.
Asian
You can find all his
Is that
mixes on
real thing?
LimeWire.
Asian
Yeah, all his mixes are on
And
LimeWire.
then if any artists need a remix, they can reach out to you.
Reach out to me, man. Let me. I'm down to collaborate. Just bring the lyrics, man. That's all I look for.
Nice.
Well,
And
yeah.
then- so we got about 10 minutes. So just know when you're going on right now. You're
gonna get on too, right? I know you cut.
Shit, this is
I
all
know.
you. I'll get on later, but this is all you right
This
now.
is it's your
This
show,
is you.
man. It's
I'm not
your
gonna.
show.
Why are you trying to embarrass me, this guy?
It's
Right?
yeah,
He's
it's
like,
your
"Ah,
show.
yeah, come
It's
on.
your show.
Yeah, don't
We
use
got-
me as a
we got-
prop,
we got-
sir.
We got 10 more minutes.
Yeah, so make sure you do a couple little quick mixes, and then make sure you fucking flex on these folios.
We got DJ Happy in the motherfucking building.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
Music Radio Wednesdays, 7 p.m.
Wednesday night, yeah, make sure you
Did we
tune
talk
in.
about who's on next week?
Next week we are off. Next week.
Okay, gotcha. And then who do we have after that?
That's a surprise.
Oh
man. That's a
shit, dude! That means we ain't got
surprise.
nobody.
No,
No,
that
fuck
means
around.
we always got somebody.
I know.
man.
Of course.
This is
Come
how
on,
we
dude.
do. This
No,
is how
this
we do
dude's
it.
legit. He's
And
probably
I-
booked out.
And
months
everybody
behind.
who's tuning in right now, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. And staying with the show. and
Yeah,
stuff
Chuck
like
said he
that.
likes pig feet. By the way,
He press
I don't know what he's doing right now.
Gandalf
Yeah.
over there.
He's chilling with all the senior citizens right now. Verona.
Taking a nap or what?
No, I think he's well. He might be taking a
Oh,
nap,
yeah,
somewhere,
he's
but
in
he's at
Verona.
Verona right
Yeah,
now.
he's
So
at Ver-
if you guys are at Verona,
Joe,
be
make
on the
some money.
lookout. Yeah,
Make some money, man.
Yeah, if you're at Verona, anybody out there, if you're listening from Verona, look for Sweet Chuck. He's gonna be walking around either very happy or very sad.
And also, thank you, Happy, for bringing this Gold Lock.
Yeah,
Gold
Gold
Lock
Lock, dude.
vodka.
Learn how to come on, man.
Gold Lock Vodka. We appreciate you if you send over some bottles over here. We'll definitely.
And also, I'd like to give a special shout out to who?
Cutwater.
Cutwater.
Thank you for lacing us up.
Yeah, special shout out to my boy Joel Cutwater as well. We appreciate you guys. Actually, this is the first time I had this transfusion. It's a grape and vodka mix. It's actually
like a
fucking
straight up Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, I mean not as sweet though, at least, but I mean it's pretty fucking good for 7% as well. So, but that vodka, I'm not gonna lie, very smooth.
Yes. And thank you everybody for tuning in. And don't forget to check out the merch shop at whosmusic.com. That if you buy some merch, that definitely helps the show.
Soul Shack Records as well.
3535 Adams Avenue. Get your gear, get your records.
No, we don't hear nothing, sir. Yeah. Oh shit, he's breaking out the fucking.
Here we go,
dude. Oh my
Here we
god,
go.
now he wants me to scratch.
DJ Happy
in the mix.
Who's?
Once again, Who's Music Radio, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. We had DJ Happy. This is the man right here, everybody. Tune in, not next week, but the following week. We have something very special for y'all. Follow the chat. Follow the show, Who's Music Radio. We out.
Oh,